बघायला पाहिजे त्याच्यात. झूम चालूच पाहिजे.
लाईव्ह असतील ते हे करते.
बरोबर. झूमचं पण शेअर केलंय काय? चालू करायचं आहे. अजून थोडा वेळ वाट बघायची.
तुम्हाला स्क्रीन आहे ना, तिथून त्याच्यातून झूम केलं तर इकडे move केलं तर झूम
मी झूम जास्त कधी वापरलेलं नाही म्हणजे विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू प्रेझेंटेशन. ते जीबी मध्ये ना केलं.
त्यांना पण केलं.
आम्ही तर गेलोच नाही.
पोस्ट नसतं ऑप्शन केलं. शेअर स्क्रीन ऑल स्क्रीन केलं ना.
नाही तिथं ते दिसतं झूमचं. तर ते झूम मधनं शेअर वाले म्हणून
शेअर केलं हे म्हणजे तुम्ही लाईव्ह दिसाल
पण
आणि
हे
मध्ये स्क्रीन
करायला पाहिजे. ठीक नाही
नाही
तुम्ही बघा ना कारण त्याच्यात थिअरॉटिकल आहे ना.
स्टॉक शेअरिंग करू.
होय चालेल.
गुड इव्हनिंग. आज MSME यात्राचं ICIच्या ज्या MSME यात्रेचं कोल्हापुरात आगमन झालेलं होतं. आपण सकाळी कलेक्टर साहेबांच्या हस्ते उद्घाटन केल्यानंतर कोल्हापूर सिटीमधनं ड्राईव्ह केल्यानंतर शिवाजी युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये त्याचं कन्क्लुजन केलेलं आहे. या यात्रेचा मूळ उद्देश हा MSME विषयी MSMEला जे काही पूर्ण गव्हर्नमेंटचे स्कीम्स आणि इन्सेंटिव्ह आहेत त्याची पूर्ण माहिती देणे हा एकमेव उद्देश आहे. आणि त्याबरोबर जास्तीत जास्त MSMEला इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्स ऑफ इंडिया तर्फे MSME मित्र म्हणून CN ना जे सपोर्ट करता येईल तो जास्तीत जास्त सपोर्ट करणे हा मूळ उद्देश आहे. आपण आज सकाळी जे काही MSME यात्रा केली त्यानंतर आता संध्याकाळच्या सेशनमध्ये आपण बेसिकली MSMEला जे व्हेरियस स्कीम्स आणि इन्सेंटिव्ह आहेत किंवा जे काही सपोर्ट ऍज अ फिनान्शियल इन्स्टिट्यूशन SBI किंवा सिडबी जे काही देऊ शकते आणि इन्सेंटिव्ह याच्या 2 पार्टमध्ये आपण हे करतोय, सेमिनार प्रोव्हाइड करतोय. आणि त्या दृष्टीनं मी आता इथनं पुढचा सेशन MOCला हँडओव्हर करतो. थँक्यू.
I would request our committee members to welcome our guest of honor for today with bouquets. Prasad sir, AGM Subsidies. Manoj Verma sir, AGM SBI. Our partner for today, Invoice Smart, Sir Prashant Shinde sir. A big round of applause, please. We would be starting with CA Nitin Hargude's session. He's a very well-known chartered accountant who is currently visiting faculty at various colleges and works also as faculty at DIC MCED as project report consultant. He is a chartered accountant, CS Final, MCOM, FFD of ICAI, concurrent audit of ICAI, MSME course of both ICAI and IIBF. I would like to request Nitin sir to enlighten us on this further topic.
Good evening. On behalf of Kolhapur branch of ICI, I personally welcome all the members of the profession as well as the general public on this today's seminar on MSME. Although this seminar pertains to chartered accountants, but it seems that general public as well as students are also involved in this today's seminar. I will just shift to our local language, that is mother tongue, in Marathi, so that everyone will get to know about the MSME know and hows. So basically आज जसं आशिष भोसले सरांनी सांगितलं की आज ICAI ची MSME यात्रा कोल्हापूरमध्ये होती आणि त्याचं उद्घाटन जिल्हाधिकारी साहेबांच्या हस्ते झालं. MSME च्या संदर्भात जसं जनरल पब्लिकला फार कमी प्रमाणात अजूनही माहिती आहे, तसं बऱ्याचशा वेळेला चार्टर्ड अकाउंट्सने देखील खूप कमी प्रमाणात माहिती आहे, किंवा जे या फील्डमध्ये काम करतात त्यांनाच तेवढं माहित असतं. आणि त्यामुळं मागच्या वर्षी ICAIनं MSMEच्या संदर्भात खूप एक्सटेन्सिव्ह लेवलला सेमिनार्स आणि प्रोग्राम्स घ्यायला चालू केलं. आणि त्या दृष्टिकोनातून ऑगस्टमध्ये भारताच्या 75व्या अमृत महोत्सवानिमित्त 75 शहरामध्ये 75 दिवस ही MSMEची जी यात्रा रथ आहे, ती वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी भेट देत आहे. आणि वेगवेगळ्या इन्स्टिट्यूटच्या ज्या चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट इन्स्टिट्यूटच्या ज्या शाखा आहेत, तिथल्या लोकल शाखांना याबद्दल प्रोग्राम आणि अवेअरनेस ऑर्गनाईज करण्याबद्दल सांगितलेलं आहे. आणि त्या दृष्टिकोनातून आम्ही आज कोल्हापूरमध्ये याचा उद्घाटन केलं आणि खूप उत्स्फूर्त आणि खूप चांगला प्रतिसाद मिळाला. आणि ह्याची सांगता आम्ही युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये एवढ्यासाठी केली की कारण शिवाजी युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये स्किल डेव्हलपमेंटचं जे ऑफिस ऍक्च्युली डिपार्टमेंट आहे, तिथं जे नवीन यंग एंटरप्रिनर्स आहेत किंवा रिसर्चर आहेत त्यांना सुद्धा याच्याबद्दल माहिती मिळावी या दृष्टिकोनात आम्ही तिथं सांगता केली. आणि आज संध्याकाळी सिडबीचे जे ऑफिसर्स आहेत, स्टेट बँक ऑफ इंडिया जे ऍक्च्युली स्पॉन्सर्स आहेत, इनवॉइस स्मार्ट आहे, यांचं देखील आपल्याला इन्फॉर्मेशन मिळावी, माहिती मिळावी या दृष्टिकोनात हा सेमिनार ऑर्गनाईज केलेला आहे. आणि पुढच्या मी काही मिनिटांमध्ये तुम्हाला थोडक्यात MSME बद्दल माहिती असावी, म्हणजे नेमकं MSME म्हणजे काय यावरती डिटेलमध्ये सिडबीच्या बद्दल जे डिटेल्स असतील ते सिडबीचे ऑफिसर सांगतील, बँक फायनान्स बद्दल असतील ते बँकेचे ऑफिसर सांगतील. MSME किंवा MSME म्हणजे नेमकं काय असतं, MSME मध्ये कोणत्या कोणत्या प्रकारच्या स्कीम्स येतात, त्याबद्दल थोडक्यात मी तुम्हाला पुढच्या काही मिनिटांमध्ये माहिती देणार आहे. पहिल्यांदा म्हणजे जसं आता आपण इंट्रोडक्शनलाच ऐकलंय की MSME इज द बॅकबोन ऑफ द इंडियन इकॉनॉमी असं म्हटलं जातं. याचं खरं कारण असं आहे की छोटे छोटे उद्योग मध्ये अगदी फूड स्ट्रीट व्हेंडॉर पासून ते आताच्या नवीन व्याख्येमध्ये जर विचार करायला गेला तर 250 कोटीचे टर्नओव्हर सुद्धा MSME मध्ये कन्वर्ट झालेले आहेत. म्हणजे असं नाही राहिलं की आता पूर्वी 100 कोटीचा टर्नओव्हर झाला म्हणजे मोठा बिझनेसमन किंवा मोठा व्यवसाय कसा आहे, तर 250 कोटीपर्यंतचे टर्नओव्हर असणारे सुद्धा MSME मध्ये असल्यामुळं ते सगळ्यांनाच याचा बेनिफिट डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली होतो. यू वोंट बिलीव्ह, तर भारतामध्ये 6.5 कोटी MSME बिझनेस रजिस्टर्ड आहे. रजिस्टर्ड अनरजिस्टर्ड असे दोन्ही जर विचार करायला गेला तर 6.5 कोटी व्यावसायिक जर जे आहेत ते व्यवसाय करतात. आता व्यवसाय कुठलाही असतो, सेलिंग अँड बाईंग ऑफ परचेस अँड गुड्स रिलेट्स टू बिझनेस असं म्हटलं जातं. आणि त्यालाच अटॅच आता नवीन व्याख्येनुसार सर्व्हिसेस पण कव्हर केलेले आहेत. म्हणजे वी चार्टर्ड अकाउंट्स आर ऑल्सो एलिजिबल टू गेट रजिस्टर्ड अंडर MSME. आमचं सुद्धा स्वतःचं उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन घेता येते. बऱ्याचशा चार्टर्ड अकाउंट्स असतील, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी असतील, त्यांना माहित नाही, पण तुम्ही प्रोफेशनल सर्व्हिसेस खाली, अकाउंटिंग आणि ऑडिटच्या सर्व्हिसेस खाली, इव्हन आय एम अ कन्सल्टंट तर कन्सल्टंटच्या सर्व्हिसेस खाली उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन स्वतःचं घेऊ शकता. We always know that every big business starts with small. मोठे बिझनेसेस कधी ना कधीतरी त्यांची सुरुवात छोट्यातून झालेली असते आणि ती सुरुवात छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टीतून होत असते. Being a faculty at various colleges as well as I can say I born with the spoon of teaching because my father is also टीचर ऍज वेल अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट. तर मला थोडंसं टीचिंगच्या दृष्टिकोनातनं प्रेझेंटेशन द्यायची सवय असते. त्यामुळे काही वेळेला मोटिवेशनल कोट्स सांगितल्याशिवाय प्रेझेंटेशन सक्सेसफुल झालं असं म्हणता येत नाही. आणि बऱ्याच वेळेला त्यामुळे आम्ही प्रोफेशनल लोक नेहमी ज्यावेळेला आम्ही टेक्निकल नॉलेज बद्दल कधी जरी सांगायला गेलं तर ते थोडंसं जनरल पब्लिकला म्हणा अवेअरनेस करण्याच्या दृष्टिकोनातनं खूप लवकर कॅच होत नाही. म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ बऱ्याचशा वेळेला एखादी व्यक्ती विचारते की आम्हाला MSME रजिस्ट्रेशन करायचंय. मग MSME रजिस्ट्रेशन काय करायचं, कसं करायचं, हा प्रश्न छोट्यातल्या जो नवीन व्यावसायिक आहे त्यांना पण पडतो आणि जे एक्झिस्टिंग बिझनेसमॅन आहेत त्यांना सुद्धा पडतो. कारण हे खूप कॉम्प्लिकेशन आहे. कारण MSME रजिस्ट्रेशन हे फक्त वर्डिंग होतं, पण त्याला ऍक्च्युअली थेरॉटिकल नाव आहे उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन. म्हणजे ज्याचं उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन आहे, ज्याला पूर्वी उद्योगाधार म्हणत होते, त्याच्याही पूर्वी SSI रजिस्ट्रेशन होतं, स्मॉल अँड स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज, SSI 1 आणि SSI 2. त्याच्याही अगोदर EM होतं, एंटरप्रिनर मेमोरँडम. हे सगळं पूर्वी MSMEची रजिस्ट्रेशनची पार्ट होती. पण बऱ्याच वेळेला गफलत अशी व्हायची की कोणतरी क्लायंट आमच्याकडे आला की आम्हाला MSMEचं रजिस्ट्रेशन करायचं आहे, तर आम्ही GST रजिस्ट्रेशन करा, शॉपपॅड घ्या, ग्रामपंचायतमध्ये असाल तर ग्रामपंचायतचा दाखला घ्या, असे सल्ले देत होतो. पण सिंपल व्याख्येमध्ये मग गव्हर्नमेंटनं काय ठरवलं की आता सरसकट सगळ्यांनाच आपण एका पोर्टल खाली, एका प्लॅटफॉर्म खाली आणायचं असेल तर आपल्याला एका सेम कॉमन रजिस्ट्रेशन वरती स्टिकअप राहावं लागेल. आणि त्या दृष्टिकोनातून उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशनची स्थापना झाली. आता हाच प्रश्न मी परत एकदा याच स्लाइड मध्ये हे सांगतो की MSME म्हणजे मग नेमकं काय असतं. तर पहिल्यांदा म्हणजे यू शुड बी आयदर रनिंग मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग, ट्रेडिंग और सर्व्हिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी. पूर्वी फक्त मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी MSME मध्ये कन्सिडर केली होती, पण काही वेळेला इंडस्ट्री रिप्रेझेंटेशन असतील, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्सकडून सुद्धा इन्क्वायरीज गेल्या की जे नॉर्मल ट्रेडर्स आहेत, ऑफकोर्स ट्रेडरचा खूप लाईन ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटीज वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या असतात, त्यांना त्याचे बेनिफिट्स मिळत नाहीत. सर्व्हिस इंडस्ट्रीज भरपूर आहेत, अगदी म्हणजे आपण रिपेरीवाला जो असेल, जो गाडी रिपेअर करतो, तो सुद्धा एमएसएमई मध्ये कव्हर होतो. कारण अलीकडं गव्हर्नमेंटनं ह्या प्रोएक्टिव्हली इन्फॉर्मेशन मागून घेतल्यामुळं त्यांनी आता मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग, ट्रेडिंग आणि सर्व्हिस ह्या तिन्ही सेक्टरला एमएसएमई म्हणून कन्सिडर करायला परमिशन दिलेली आहे. त्यानंतर ते डेफिनेशन जी आहे एमएसएमईची, मी पुढच्या स्लाइडमध्ये दाखवीन, ती जर तुम्ही क्वालिफाय करत असाल तरी तुम्ही एमएसएमई म्हणून तुम्हाला संबोधलं जातं. आणि सगळ्यात महत्वाचं आहे, तुम्ही उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन जे आहे ते घेतलं पाहिजे. या व्यतिरिक्त आता सुद्धा असं पण होतं की नुसतं उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन घेतलं तर होतं का, तर नाही. जर तुम्हाला समजा हॉटेल इंडस्ट्री काढायची असेल, रेस्टॉरंट काढायचं असेल, फूड प्रोसेसिंग युनिट काढायचं असेल, तर त्याला उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन बरोबर एफएसएसआयचं लायसन घेतलं पाहिजे. जर तुम्हाला आणखीन कुठल्या दुसऱ्या इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये जायचं असेल, उदाहरणार्थ ग्रामपंचायतमध्ये व्यवसाय करायचा असेल, तर तिथल्या लोकल अथॉरिटीचा जो रजिस्ट्रेशन आहे, ग्रामपंचायत दाखला, तो घेतला पाहिजे. ऑफकोर्स शॉप ऍक्ट आता कंपल्सरी नाही आहे, पूर्वी होतं, पण मागच्या वर्षी जी आर आला आहे की शॉप ऍक्ट हे कंपल्सरी नाही आहे. पण काही ठिकाणी शॉप ऍक्ट शिवाय परमिशन नसते, पण त्या व्यतिरिक्त महानगरपालिकेचा एक दाखला असतो. म्हणजे लायसन्सिंग खूप आहेत, पण आता उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन वरती जवळपास 90 ते 95% काम होतं हे म्हणायला हरकत नाहीये. मग अशी इंट्रोडक्शनलाच सीए रेणूंनी सांगितलं की एमएसएमई हे इज अ बॅकबोन ऑफ इंडियन इकॉनॉमी आणि त्याच्यामधून खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट होते. तर मग अशी जसं म्हटलं की 6.5 कोटी युनिट्स जर एमएसएमई मध्ये आहेत, तर 11 कोटी पॉप्युलेशन ही एम्प्लॉईड आहे एमएसएमई मध्ये. आणि ऍग्रिकल्चर नंतर सगळ्यात मोठं एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन ऍक्टिव्हिटी कुठली असेल तर ती ह्या वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे एमएसएमई युनिट्स आहेत त्यांच्या अंडर कव्हर केली जाते. भारताचा जो जीडीपी आहे त्यातला 30% वाटा हा एमएसएमई थ्रू येतो. सगळ्यात महत्वाचा हा मुद्दा आहे की इकॉनॉमिक डेव्हलपमेंट आणि स्टॅबिलिटी ही एमएसएमई देतात. तुम्ही बघितलं असेल की कोरोना काळामध्ये मोठ्या मोठ्या इंडस्ट्रीज बंद पडल्या होत्या, पण छोटे छोटे इंडस्ट्री, छोटे छोटे लोक व्यवसाय करतच होते. स्ट्रीट व्हेंडॉर, भाजीपाला विक्रेते, फूड विक्रेते हे चालूच होते, ते सगळे एमएसएमई आहेत. म्हणजे काही का प्रमाणात का असे ना, स्टॅबिलिटी इंडियन इकॉनॉमीला असेल किंवा डेव्हलपमेंटच्या दृष्टिकोनात हे एमएसएमई सेक्टरच देऊ शकतं. इन्क्लुझिव्ह ग्रोथ का म्हटलं जातं एमएसएमईला, तर अगदी गरीबातला गरीब बिझनेसमन असेल, एंटरप्रिन्युअर असेल आणि तोच नंतर 10 वर्षानंतर, 20 वर्षानंतर किंवा सेकंड जनरेशन मध्ये श्रीमंत होतो. त्यामुळे इन्क्लुझिव्ह ग्रोथच्या दृष्टिकोनातून जर विचार करायला गेला तर एखादा व्यावसायिक जरी सध्या कमी पैसे कमवत असला तरी तो मोठा होऊन पुढे मागे सगळ्यांचं हातभार लावतो. तुम्ही बघितलं असेल की बऱ्याच वेळेला एखादा व्यावसायिकाच्या अंडर 10-12 लोक काम करतात आणि त्यांची सगळ्यांची डेव्हलपमेंट ही खरं तर होत असते. आणि त्यामुळे एमएसएमई हे खरं तर एक इन्क्लुझिव्ह ग्रोथच्या दृष्टिकोनातून खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे इंडियन इकॉनॉमीच्या दृष्टिकोनातून. सिम्पल मॅनेजमेंट स्ट्रक्चर हे एवढ्यासाठी असतं की नॉर्मल प्रोप्रायटरशिप फर्म्स असतात, इंडिव्हिज्युअल्स असतात, जास्तीत जास्त पार्टनरशिप फर्म्स असतात. पण असं नाही आहे की एमएसएमई मध्ये फक्त ह्याच आहेत. खरं तर प्रायव्हेट लिमिटेड कंपनीज आहेत, एलएलपीज आहेत, पार्टनरशिप्स आहेत, त्यांना सुद्धा रजिस्ट्रेशन करता येतं. पण बऱ्याच वेळेला जे छोटे छोटे एमएसएमईज असतात ते सगळे इंडिव्हिज्युअल्स, प्रोप्रायटर्स होत असल्यामुळे मॅनेजमेंट डिसिजन मेकिंगला सुद्धा सिम्पल असतं. चीप लेबर आणि मिनिमम ओव्हरहेड हे तर सगळ्यात बिगेस्ट ऍडव्हान्टेज एमएसएमई साठी आहे. लोकल लेवलला तुम्हाला या सगळ्या गोष्टी मिळत असल्यामुळे तुम्हाला दुसऱ्यांच्या वरती अवलंबून राहण्याची गरज नसते. मेक इन इंडियामध्ये जसं पंतप्रधानांनी सांगितलेलं आहे की एमएसएमई विल प्ले अ बिग रोल इन डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ इंडियन इकॉनॉमी. तर मेक इन इंडियामध्ये सगळ्यात जास्त बेनिफिट एमएसएमईला दिलेला आहे. ते का आहे तर पुढे मी काही स्लाइड्स मध्ये दाखवीन की जे नवीन पोर्टल आणलेले आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये काही वेळेला गव्हर्नमेंटनं कंपल्शन केलेलं आहे की काही प्रमाणामध्ये तुम्हाला एमएसएमई कडनं सुद्धा वस्तू आणि सर्व्हिसेसची खरेदी करावी लागेल. बेनिफिट्स ऑफ एमएसएमई, अगेन हा तोच इश्यू आहे की नेमकं एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन केल्यानंतर काय होतं. तर सगळ्यात मोठा ऍडव्हान्टेज आहे ते म्हणजे तुम्हाला कोलॅटरल फ्री लोन मिळतं. सीजीटीएमएससी स्कीम बऱ्याच जणांनी ऐकली असेल की ज्यांनी फर्स्ट टाइम एंटरप्रिन्युअर्स असतील, जे लोन्स वगैरे ज्यांनी बँकेकडे डिमांड केले असतील, तर विदाउट कोलॅटरल, विदाउट सिक्युरिटी तुम्हाला सीजीटीएमएससी जी आहे, क्रेडिट गॅरंटी ट्रस्ट फॉर मायक्रो स्मॉल अँड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस, त्याच्या अंडर गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियानं एक ट्रस्ट फॉर्म केलेला आहे आणि त्या ट्रस्टच्या अंडर तुम्हाला 2 कोटी रुपयेपर्यंत कोलॅटरल फ्री फंड और नॉन फंड बेस म्हणजे टर्म लोन आणि सीसी वर्किंग कॅपिटल हे दोन्ही लोन त्याच्यामध्ये कव्हर होतात. तुम्हाला वेगळी कोलॅटरल सिक्युरिटी द्यायची गरज नाहीये. सेंट्रल आणि स्टेट सबसिडीज म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या ज्या कॅपिटल सबसिडी असतात, एखादी मशीन तुम्ही घ्यायला गेला तर एक कॅप बेस सबसिडी तुम्हाला 10%, 15% मिळते. इंटरेस्ट सबसिडी असते, इन्सेंटिव्ह बेस इतर सबसिडीज असतात. महाराष्ट्र शासनाचा जर विचार करायला गेला तर स्टेट लेवलचा जीएसटी तुम्हाला 100% रिफंड मिळतो. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ड्युटी एक्झम्पशन्सची अशी बरेचसे बेनिफिट्स असतात. ही सगळी बेनिफिट्स तुम्हाला MSME मध्ये मिळतात. नवीन कन्सेप्टनुसार गव्हर्नमेंटनं हे पण सांगितलेलं आहे की जर तुम्ही उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन किंवा MSME रजिस्ट्रेशन घेतलं असेल तर तुम्हाला जे तुमचे ट्रेडमार्क्स आहेत, पेटंट्स आहेत, कॉपीराइट्स आहेत, ISO रजिस्ट्रेशन आहेत, ह्याचं रजिस्ट्रेशन केल्यानंतर त्यांच्या ज्या गव्हर्नमेंट फीज असतात त्याच्यामध्ये 50 ते 60% एवढी सवलत तुम्हाला मिळणार आहे. आणि ही जी क्लासची जी पॉलिसी होती इंटरेस्ट सबवेन्शन ती ऑफकोर्स मार्च 21 ला संपली, पण त्याचा खूप मोठा बेनिफिट सगळ्यांना झाला कारण 2% इंटरेस्ट सबवेन्शनची जे बेनिफिट होतं ते बऱ्याचशा युनिट्सनी ते अवेल केलेलं आहे. आता हा एक प्रश्न पडतो की MSME कोण कोण करतं. तर MSME मध्ये बरीचशी डिपार्टमेंट, गव्हर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट आहेत, गव्हर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्रीज आहेत, त्या कव्हर होतात. जर बेसिक मोठी मिनिस्ट्री बघायला गेली तर ऑफकोर्स आपली जी मायक्रो मीडियम स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज आहे ती मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ MSME कव्हर होते. त्यानंतर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कॉमर्स आहे, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ऍग्रिकल्चर आहे, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग आहे, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टेक्सटाईल आहे, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ न्यू अँड रिन्युएबल एनर्जी आहे, IT मिनिस्ट्री आहे, हेवी इंडस्ट्रीज आहेत. म्हणजे या सगळ्या सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटची जी ऑफिसेस आहेत त्या सगळ्यांच्या मध्ये थोड्या का प्रमाणात MSMEचं वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज होत असतात. त्या व्यतिरिक्त राज्य शासनाच्या जे वेगवेगळ्या मिनिस्ट्रीज आहेत, परत जसं सेंट्रल लेवलला जसं मिनिस्ट्री असते उद्योग खातं तसं राज्य शासनात पण असतं. सेंट्रलमध्ये जसं कृषी विभाग असतो तसं राज्य शासनात पण असतो. तर तिथे सगळीकडची तुम्हाला MSMEचे बेनिफिट्स या दोन्ही सेंट्रल आणि स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंटमध्ये मिळतात. मी नेहमी हे माझ्या क्लायंट लोकांना पण सांगतो आणि आपल्या सगळ्यांना माहित असेल की जर तुम्हाला बिझनेसमध्ये सक्सेसफुल व्हायचं असेल किंवा आपल्या प्रोफेशनमध्ये सक्सेसफुल व्हायचं असेल तर एकच गोष्ट लागते, पॅशन. जसं माझं पॅशन आहे की मी प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट कन्सल्टंट आहे, मी लोन कन्सल्टिंगचं काम करतो, तसं प्रत्येक बिझनेसमनचं व्यावसायिकाचं. आता एक मी व्यावसायिक असे बघितले की नुसतं इडली विकतात आणि पैसे कमवतात, आणि एखादा रेस्टॉरंट सगळं विकतो पण पैसे मिळवू शकत नाही. म्हणजे हा त्याच्या पॅशनचा कन्सेप्ट असतो. जसं आपण म्हणतो की तुम्हाला ज्याकडे स्किल जर असेल त्यासाठी मग गव्हर्नमेंटनं स्किल डेव्हलपमेंटला सुद्धा सुरुवात केलेली आहे. आता आपण थोडक्यात उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन बद्दल माहिती किंवा बरेचसे जर इथं कोण व्यावसायिक असतील किंवा कन्सल्टंट असतील तर त्यांना माहित असेल की ऑलरेडी उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन त्यांनी घेतलं असेल. पण थोडक्यात उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन कशा पद्धतीनं वर्क करतं किंवा काय होतं, तर त्याची जी पहिली व्याख्या येते ती म्हणजे पहिलं मायक्रो एंटरप्राइजेस आणि नंतर येतं स्मॉल आणि मीडियम. मी टॅब्युलर फॉर्मॅटमध्ये जास्त देईन कारण थेरॉटिकल पेक्षा ते पिक्चरल प्रेझेंटेशन चांगलं वाटतं. तर पूर्वीची जी व्याख्या होती MSMEची ती फक्त इन्व्हेस्टमेंट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू प्लांट अँड मशिनरी होती. म्हणजे ह्याच्या पूर्वी जो ऍक्ट होता MSME ऍक्ट, ऑफकोर्स तो 2006चा आहे, अमेंडमेंट मेजर झालेले नाहीत अदर दॅन इन्व्हेस्टमेंट आणि टर्नओव्हरच्या. तर त्याच्यामध्ये फक्त इन्व्हेस्टमेंट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू प्लांट अँड मशिनरी होती, टर्नओव्हरचा तिथं कन्सेप्ट नव्हता. मग त्यावेळेला असं व्हायचं की एखादा 1 कोटीचा व्यावसायिक आणि 100 कोटीचा व्यावसायिक सगळेच ते त्या व्याख्येमध्ये मोडायचे. मग छोटा कोण मोठा कोण हे लवकर लक्षात येत नव्हतं. आणि ही व्याख्या मॉडिफाय करायचं ऑब्जेक्ट हे आहे की एक RBIची गाईडलाईन आली आणि त्यावेळेला बँकेचे जे ऑडिटर्स होते म्हणा किंवा बँकेमध्ये जे चेंजेस करायच्या होत्या त्यावेळेला लक्षात आलं की प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग आणि नॉन प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग मध्ये फंडिंग करत असताना हे अडचणी यायला लागलेल्या. उदाहरणार्थ आपण आता बघितलं की प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग ऑलमोस्ट 70-75% बँकेने करावं लागतं, आणि त्यामध्ये मग बऱ्याच वेळेला होम लोन, ऍग्रिकल्चर लोन मध्ये नंतर उरलेले MSME मध्ये मग लोन मिळत नाही, आणि उरलेल्या 25% नॉन प्रायोरिटीमध्ये सगळे लार्ज स्केल बिझनेस लोन घेऊन गेले तर मग MSME ना लोन मिळत नाही. आणि मग गव्हर्नमेंटनं पहिल्यांदा डेफिनेशन चेंज केली की RBI मध्ये की जर MSME रजिस्टर्ड तुम्ही असाल तर तुम्ही ऑटोमॅटिकली प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंगला इलिजिबल होऊन जाता. म्हणजे जे कोण व्यावसायिक आहेत त्यांनी जर उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन, बेसिक उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन जरी घेतलं असेल तरी ते तुम्ही ऑटोमॅटिकली प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग मध्ये जाता. आणि मग त्या बँकेच्या नॉर्म्सनुसार, त्यांच्या गाईडलाईननुसार तुम्ही जर त्या क्रायटेरियामध्ये कॅटेगरीमध्ये असाल इन्क्लूड तर तुम्हाला ऑटोमॅटिकली लोन मिळायला तशी अडचण येत नाहीये. आणि त्यामुळे मग गव्हर्नमेंटनं काय केलं, त्याला टर्नओव्हरचा क्रायटेरिया अटॅच केला. आणि त्यानुसार जर मायक्रो एंटरप्राइज जर तुम्हाला म्हणायचं असेल तर तुमचं इन्व्हेस्टमेंट 1 कोटीच्या आतलं पाहिजे आणि टर्नओव्हर 5 कोटीच्या आतला पाहिजे, तर तुम्ही ऑटोमॅटिकली मायक्रो एंटरप्राइजेस म्हणजे जे सुरुवातीचे इनिशियल बिझनेसेस असतात ते सगळे मायक्रो एंटरप्राइजेस मध्ये जातात. त्यानंतर इन्व्हेस्टमेंट 10 कोटीच्या पर्यंतची असेल आणि टर्नओव्हर 50 कोटीच्या पर्यंत असेल तर ते सगळे स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस मध्ये जातात. आणि इन्व्हेस्टमेंट 50 कोटीच्या आत आणि टर्नओव्हर 250 कोटीच्या आत असेल तर ती मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस मध्ये. ही डेफिनेशन, कंपोजिट डेफिनेशन एवढ्यासाठी केलेली आहे की याचा डिसएडव्हान्टेज किंवा गैरफायदा कोण घेऊ नये म्हणून. बऱ्याच वेळेला पूर्वी काय व्हायचं, प्लांट अँड इन्व्हेस्टमेंटची मशिनरीची इन्व्हेस्टमेंट कमी होती पण टर्नओव्हर 100 कोटी 200 कोटी होता, आणि त्यांना सुद्धा MSMEची बेनिफिट्स मिळत होते, किंवा उलटं पण होतं. आणि त्यामुळे गव्हर्नमेंटनं काय केलं, व्याख्या ही आहे ती कंपोजिट करून टाकली, आणि त्यामुळे तुम्ही एका जरी व्याख्येतून बाहेर पडला तर तुम्ही ऑटोमॅटिकली हायर व्याख्येमध्ये कॅरी होता. म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ समजा आपण ह्याच एक्झाम्पल मध्ये बघितलं तर तुमची इन्व्हेस्टमेंट 1 कोटी आहे आणि टर्नओव्हर 5 कोटी आहे तर तुम्ही मायक्रो मध्ये जाता. आता जर इन्व्हेस्टमेंट 1 कोटीच राहिली आणि टर्नओव्हर मात्र 5 ते 50 कोटी असाल तर तुम्ही स्मॉल मध्ये जाता, आणि इन्व्हेस्टमेंट 1 कोटीच राहिली पण टर्नओव्हर 50 ते 250 कोटी असेल तर तुम्ही मीडियम एंटरप्राइज मध्ये. म्हणजे एक वेळा असं होतं की प्लांट अँड मशिनरीची इन्व्हेस्टमेंट तशीच राहते, टर्नओव्हर वाढत राहतो, आणि मग लोकांचा तोच इश्यू झाला की मग त्याला लोन मिळालं, मला नाही मिळालं. मग लोकांचा गैरसमज काय व्हायचा, एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन सेमच आहे, मग मला लोन का नाही. तर हे गव्हर्नमेंटनं बायफर्केशन तेवढ्यासाठी टर्नओव्हरचं आणलं की ह्यातून मायक्रो, स्मॉल आणि मिडियम एंटरप्राइजेसना त्याचं प्रत्येक कॅटेगरीला बेनिफिट मिळावं. फॉर्म ऑनलाईन आहे, पूर्णतः मोफत त्याचं रजिस्ट्रेशन होतं. ऑफकोर्स कन्सल्टंटची हेल्प घेतली तर ते प्रोफेशनल फीस चार्ज करू शकतात, पण फॉर्म अगदी सिम्पल आहे. इनिशियल स्टेजला जर तुम्हाला रजिस्ट्रेशन करायचं असेल तर कारण टेक्निकल पॉईंट आहे, याच्यावर जास्त वेळ घालण्यात पॉईंट नाही. साधं आधार कार्ड बेसिसवरती याचं रजिस्ट्रेशन होतं. त्यासाठी तुमचा आधार कार्ड मोबाईलला लिंक असला पाहिजे, त्याच्यावर ओटीपी येणार आहे, आणि तो झाल्यानंतर तुमच्या फर्मचं नाव घातला तुम्ही, इंडिव्हिज्युअल असाल तर फर्मचं नाव, कंपनी असेल तर त्या लिमिटेड कंपनीचं नाव, पार्टनरशिप असेल तर पार्टनरशिप किंवा एलएलपीचं नाव, आणि त्या डेझिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स किंवा डायरेक्टर्सची अथॉरिटी असेल तर तुमचं उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन हे अगदी 1 क्लिक मध्ये होणार आहे. तुम्हाला इन्फॉर्मेशन तिथं रजिस्टर ऍड्रेस या सगळ्या गोष्टी घालायच्यात. फक्त 2 गोष्टी अशा आहेत की जर नवीन बिझनेस असेल तर तुम्हाला इथं काही एक्झम्पशन्स दिलेले आहेत. उदाहरणार्थ टर्नओव्हर आणि जो प्लांट अँड मशिनरी ज्याचा व्यवसायच नाही तो टर्नओव्हर काय घालणार आहे तर त्याला एक्झम्पशन आहे, तुम्ही 0 फिगर घालून सुद्धा पुढे फॉर्म भरू शकता. त्याचप्रमाणे प्लांट अँड मशिनरीचं सुद्धा सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन पहिल्या वर्षी तुम्हाला करायचं आहे. पण ह्याचा एक मूळ उद्देश असा आहे की रजिस्ट्रेशन हे 1 टाइम असल्यामुळं, परमनंट असल्यामुळं तुम्हाला याच्यामध्ये अल्टरेशन जास्त करता येणार नाही. ऑटो अपडेशनचा कन्सेप्ट असल्यामुळं तुम्ही एकदा पॅन आणि जीएसटी नंबर घातल्यानंतर पुढच्या वर्षी ते ऑटो पॉप्युलेट डेटा घेण्याच्या तयारीत असल्यामुळं तिथं त्यावेळेला इन्कम टॅक्सला तुम्ही डिप्रिशिएशनचे मशिनरीची व्हॅल्यू काय टाकलेली आहे आणि जीएसटीला काय टर्नओव्हर आहे त्याच्या बेसिसवर तुमची डेफिनेशन ऑटोमॅटिकली चेंज होणार आहे. ऑफकोर्स मागच्याच वर्षी उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन आल्यामुळं आणि यावर्षी जीएसटी आणि इन्कम टॅक्सच्या वेबसाईटमध्ये खूप मोठे प्रॉब्लेम असल्यामुळे त्यांनी यावर्षी एक्झम्पशन दिलेलं आहे, आणि जरी कोणी त्या व्याख्येनुसार क्रॉस करत असेल तरी त्यांना यावर्षी एक्झम्पशन दिलेलं आहे. म्हणजे मागच्या वर्षी समजा 249 कोटीचा टर्नओव्हर असलेला 251 झाला तर त्याला सध्या त्यांनी मीडियम मध्येच ठेवलेलं आहे. पण कदाचित पुढच्या वर्षीपासून ते स्ट्रीमलाईन झाल्यानंतर इन्कम टॅक्स आणि जीएसटी वरनं ऑटो पॉप्युलेट डेटा झाल्यानंतर तुम्हाला तिथं काहीही वाव राहणार नाहीये, आणि हे परमनंट रजिस्ट्रेशन असल्यामुळे चेंजेस ह्याच्यात जास्त करता येणार नाहीये. चुकीची इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली तर पेनल्टी मात्र गव्हर्नमेंट ह्याच्यावरती लावण्याच्या सुद्धा तयारीमध्ये आहे. आता हे झालं एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन बद्दल. बऱ्याच वेळेला हा प्रश्न पडतो की मग एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन घेतल्यानंतर काय बेनिफिट्स असतात. पूर्वी एवढी माहिती घेण्यासाठी डीआयसी मध्ये चालत जावं लागत होतं. आता डिजिटल वर्ल्डमुळे एमएसएमईच्या एका वेबसाईटवरती सगळे प्लॅटफॉर्म्स तुम्हाला ऑनलाईन अवेलेबल झालेले आहेत. थोडक्यातच मी याची माहिती देईन कारण सिडबीचे ऑफिसर याच्याबद्दल जास्त माहिती देऊ शकत असतील. विवेकानंद यांची एक खूप मोठं कोट आहे आयडिया बद्दल, की तुम्ही एक आयडिया अशी डोक्यात घेतली पाहिजे की तुमचं तन मन धन सगळी शक्ती त्याच्या पाठीमागे लागली तर तुम्हाला सक्सेस मिळवण्यापासून कोणीही रोखू शकत नाहीये. आणि त्यामुळं व्यवसाय करत असताना सकाळी सुद्धा एक विद्यार्थिनीने हा प्रश्न विचारला होता की सक्सेस मिळवण्यासाठी काय करायचं. सगळं ठीक आहे, पैसे आहेत, भांडवल आहे, सगळ्या गोष्टी आहेत, पण सक्सेस मिळवायचं कसं आहे तर ते डोक्यात भिनलं पाहिजे. ऑफकोर्स आम्ही चार्टर्ड अकाउंटला तर जसं आमच्या फील्डमध्ये एक्सपर्ट असतो तसं टेक्निकल मधले लोक टेक्निकल मध्ये एक्सपर्ट असतात. वी ऑलवेज आर्ग्यू की आयटी मधलेच लोक स्टार्टअप मध्ये का जातात आणि आमच्यातली का जात नाहीत. तर त्यांच्या ते रक्तात अंगात भिडलेलं असतं आयटी सेक्टर. आणि आमच्याकडे दुर्दैवानं म्हणा की इन्कम टॅक्स, जीएसटी, बाकी सगळ्या गोष्टीमुळे मी नेहमी बिंग अ टीचर नेहमी विद्यार्थ्यांना सांगत असतो की वी आर स्पेशलिस्ट इन जनरलायझेशन. म्हणजे आमच्याकडे सगळं आहे स्पेशलायझेशन. म्हणजे आम्हाला इन्कम टॅक्स माहिती आहे, जीएसटी माहिती आहे, अकाउंटिंग माहिती आहे, आणि बाकीच्या ठिकाणी स्पेशालिस्ट आहेत सगळ्या बाबतीमध्ये. त्यामुळे आमचं एवढं सगळं नॉलेज असल्यामुळे आम्ही थोडंसं कदाचित डेअर करत नसेल बाकीच्या गोष्टीकडे करायला. कारण आमच्या इन्स्टिट्यूटनं सुद्धा सीए इन्स्टिट्यूटनं एमएसएमईचं स्पेशल स्टार्टअप हब सीएन साठी लॉन्च केलंय, ज्याच्यामध्ये 50 लाखापर्यंत तुम्हाला ग्रँट, जर तुम्ही चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट असाल आणि तुमची स्वतःची कंपनी असेल आणि वॉन्ट टू स्टार्टअप तर इन्स्टिट्यूट स्वतः ग्रँट सुद्धा देत असते. पण अगदी खंडेलवाल साहेब सुद्धा म्हटले की अगदी कमी पार्टिसिपेशन होतात कारण ह्याच्यामध्ये जास्त इंटरेस्ट नसतो. तर त्या दृष्टिकोनातून आयडिया ही महत्वाची आहे. पहिलं जे पोर्टल आहे ते एमएसएमई समाधान म्हणून आहे, आणि हे प्रोव्हिजन पूर्वी पण होती. म्हणजे असं काय नाही की वेगळं काही झालेलं आहे. एमएसएमई ऍक्ट 2006 मध्ये ही प्रोव्हिजन होती. जर आपण बिलामध्ये लिहितो बघा, जर वेळेत पेमेंट केलं नाही तर 18% व्याजानं तुम्हाला पैसे लावले जातील. पण मला नाही वाटत कुणी पूर्वी केस घालत होते किंवा कुठे त्याचे ऍक्शन घेत होती. पण गव्हर्नमेंटने नवीन पोर्टल आणलेलं आहे एमएसएमई समाधान. ह्याच्यामध्ये जर तुम्ही तुमचं बिल अपलोड केलं, ती केस अपलोड केली आणि पुढच्या पार्टीने ते ऍक्सेप्ट केले की आम्ही होय या व्यक्तीकडनं माल विकत घेतलेला आहे, या व्यक्तीची सर्व्हिस घेतलेली आहे, आणि 45 दिवस उलटून गेलेले आहेत आणि पेमेंट दिलं नसेल आणि जर ती केस ऍक्सेप्ट झाली तर त्या व्यक्तीला बँक रेट पेक्षा 3 पट व्याजानं पैसे परत द्यावे लागतात. हे एमएसएमई समाधान एवढं सिंपल पोर्टल आहे की तुम्हाला फक्त तिथं बिल स्कॅन करून अपलोड करायचं आहे आणि त्याची ज्युडिशियल अथॉरिटीज बरोबर ती केस सगळी ऑनलाईन स्क्रुटिनी केली जाणार आहे आणि ती जर ऍक्सेप्ट झाली तर तुम्हाला त्या एमएसएमई ऍक्टच्या प्रोव्हिजन अंतर्गत ते बिलचे पैसे व्याजासकट मिळणार आहेत. एवढं सिंपल एमएसएमई समाधानचं पोर्टल गव्हर्नमेंटनं लॉन्च केलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर एक आहे ते एमएसएमई संबंध. मी हे पण मगाशी म्हटलं की एमएसएमईचा बेनिफिट का गव्हर्नमेंट एवढ्या जोरात करायला लागले इंडियन इकॉनॉमीसाठी, तर गव्हर्नमेंटने ह्या पोर्टलद्वारे सुद्धा सांगितलेलं आहे की जे वेगवेगळ्या समाजातले जे एमएसएमई सेक्टर्स आहेत त्यांच्याकडनं कमीत कमी 25% प्रोडक्शन मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग असेल, सर्व्हिस असेल, ते प्रोक्युअर सेंट्रल आणि स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंटनं डिपार्टमेंटनं केलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे कुठलंही एमएसएमई सेक्टर असेल किंवा कुठल्याही पद्धतीची जी एक इंडस्ट्री एमएसएमईशी रिलेटेड असेल तर त्यांच्याकडनं सेंट्रल आणि स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट जे आहेत वेगवेगळी गव्हर्नमेंटची त्यांनी कमीत कमी 25% आयटम्स तरी पब्लिक प्रोक्युरमेंट पॉलिसी थ्रू या एमएसएमई संबंध पोर्टलवरून ते परचेस करू शकतात. आणखी तिसरं आहे ते एमएसएमई संपर्क. पहिलं झालं ते बिझनेस टू बिझनेसशी रिलेटेड झालं, सेकंड झालं ते बिझनेस टू गव्हर्नमेंट झालं आणि संपर्क हे एवढ्यासाठी आहे की हे जे वेगवेगळ्या एमएससीज आहेत तिथं कुठल्याच प्रकारच्या जॉब ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आहेत, कुठल्या प्रकारच्या इंडस्ट्रीजमध्ये त्या एमएसएमईज वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या सर्व्हिसेस देत आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी हे पोर्टल वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचं रिक्रुटमेंट पॉलिसी आयोजित करतात आणि तिन्ही पोर्टल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट आहेत. म्हणजे इथं कुठं पैसे भरायचे नाही आहेत, कुठं वेगळ्या पद्धतीचा इंटरव्ह्यू द्यायचा नाही आहे, फक्त तुम्हाला ऑनलाईन रजिस्ट्रेशन करायचं आहे आणि त्याच्या सर्व्हिसेस घ्यायच्या आहेत. त्यानंतर एक हा ट्रेड प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे. इनवॉइस स्मार्टचे साहेब आपल्या आहेत ते जास्त त्याच्याबद्दल माहिती सांगू शकतील की 3 एजन्सीज आहेत गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियानं प्रोक्युअर केलेल्या की ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण फॅक्टरिंग करून ही जी आपण बिल्स रेज करतो किंवा बिल्स परचेस सेलची जी कन्सेप्ट आहे, बिल्स ऑफ एक्सचेंज आपण शिकलेलो आहोत, ती इथं ऑनलाईन अपलोड करून फॅक्टरिंग करून त्यांच्याकडून त्या फर्मकडून अगोदरपणे पैसे जस्ट लाईक रेझिंग अ फंड्स शॉर्ट टर्म पर्पजसाठी अशा पद्धतीने आपण घेऊ शकतो. त्यानंतर हे जीएम पोर्टल आहे. सिंपल सोप्या भाषेत सांगायचं झालं तर आपण इंडिया मार्ट किंवा अमेझॉन सारखी जी वेबसाईट आहे तशा पद्धतीचं हे गव्हर्नमेंट ई मार्केट आहे. इथं अगदी तुम्ही मोबाईल, टेलिफोन, कम्प्युटर, प्रिंटर सगळं विकत घेऊ शकता आणि एमएसएमई रिटेलर्सद्वारे. म्हणजे आता जसं इंडिया मार्टच्या वेबसाईट आहे, पूर्वी त्यानंतर फ्लिपकार्ट सारखी वेबसाईट आहे, जशा त्या प्रायव्हेट वेबसाईट्स आहेत, प्रायव्हेट इंडस्ट्रीज आहेत, तसं गव्हर्नमेंटनं जीएम पोर्टल अनाऊन्स केलेलं आहे. आणि ह्या सगळ्या पोर्टलचे एक बेसिक ऍडव्हान्टेज हे आहे की सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट आणि स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंटनं कंपल्शन केलेलं आहे की ह्या पोर्टलवर जे एमएसएमई रजिस्टर्ड आहेत त्यांना तुम्ही बेनिफिट अशा दृष्टिकोनातनं काम केलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ मगाशीच्या पोर्टलमध्ये 25% पब्लिक प्रोक्युरमेंट पॉलिसी होती, तसं इथं जीएम मध्ये सुद्धा जर तो एमएसएमई रजिस्टर्ड असेल तर त्यांना प्रायोरिटी परचेस करताना दिली पाहिजे. त्यानंतर सगळ्यात मोठं फील्ड आमच्या दृष्टिकोनातनं सीएचा सेमिनार आहे म्हटल्यावर मला हे पण सांगणं गरजेचं आहे की एमएसएमई फायनान्स हे खूप महत्वाचं असतं. सगळ्या प्रश्नाची सोडवणूक करता येते पण पैशाची सोडवणूक करता येत नाही. तर एमएसएमईला फायनान्स कसा रेज करायचा, ऍडिशनल जे फंड्स असतात, प्रोजेक्ट फायनान्स जो सगळ्यात इनिशियल स्टेजचा फायनान्स असतो. एखादा नवीन व्यावसायिक, नवीन बिझनेसमन ज्याला लोन रेज करायचा आहे त्याला हाच एक पर्याय असतो म्हणजे प्रोजेक्ट फायनान्स. प्रोजेक्ट फायनान्स म्हणजे मग ज्याच्यामध्ये जमीन घेतली, त्याच्यावरती बिल्डिंग, ऑफिस बिल्डिंग, फॅक्टरी बिल्डिंग बांधायची आहे, मशीन घेतलेले आहे, इक्विपमेंट्स घेतलेले आहेत, त्याच्यानंतर वर्किंग कॅपिटल क्लीन करण्यासाठी कॅश क्रेडिटची फॅसिलिटी अवेल करायची आहे. तर त्या दृष्टिकोनातनं प्रोजेक्ट फायनान्स हा एक मेन सोर्स ऑफ फायनान्स असतो. त्यानंतर काही वेळेला असं होतं की सगळे पैसे मी घातलेले आहेत पण वर्किंग कॅपिटलची अवेलेबिलिटी नाही आहे, तर वर्किंग कॅपिटल फायनान्स सुद्धा अलीकडे बँक्स द्यायला लागलेले आहेत. आणि काही वेळेला इक्विपमेंट फायनान्सच्या कंपन्या सुद्धा खूप आता आलेल्या आहेत. म्हणजे तुम्ही आता मोठ्या मोठ्या ज्या L&T सारख्या कंपन्या आहेत त्या स्वतःच मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग करतात आणि त्यांची स्वतःची फायनान्स कंपनी आहे. तर तुम्ही त्या कंपनीकडनं कुठलंही त्यांचं मशीन घेतलं तर ते ऑटोमॅटिकली तुम्हाला त्यांचंच लोन करून देतात आणि तुम्हाला तो इक्विपमेंट फायनान्स मिळून जातो. जसं एखादं कमर्शियल व्हेकल घेतात, टाटा सारखी कंपनी, त्यांची स्वतःची मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग आहे, त्यांचीच फायनान्स कंपनी आहे आणि त्यामुळे इक्विपमेंट फायनान्स सुद्धा एमएसएमईना खूप फायदा होतो. त्यानंतर येतं नवीन कन्सेप्ट बघितला असेल, ऐकला असेल, व्हेंचर कॅपिटल. ऑफकोर्स आयटी रिलेटेड इंडस्ट्रीज, स्टार्टअप त्यांना हे खूप माहिती असतं. तर व्हेंचर कॅपिटलच्या कन्सेप्टमध्ये जर एखाद्याला आयटी एनेबल्ड ऍक्टिव्हिटी कुठली करायची असेल, स्टार्टअप कंपनी करायची असेल तर ते या व्हेंचर कॅपिटलिस्ट थ्रू फंड्स रेज करू शकतात. प्रायव्हेट इक्विटी किंवा प्रायव्हेट फंडिंग हा नेहमीच एमएसएमई साठी खूप मोठा आधार राहिलेला आहे, कारण फ्रेंड्स, रिलेटिव्ह, मित्र बाकीचे कोणी असतील त्यांच्याकडनं आपण नेहमीच लोनसाठी शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स घेत असतो. तो सुद्धा एक प्रकारचा एमएसएमई फायनान्स आहे. आणि लास्टला हा नवीन कन्सेप्ट आलेला आहे एनएसएमई इमर्ज. जर तुम्ही स्टॉक मार्केटमध्ये लिस्टिंग करायला तुम्ही इंटरेस्टेड असाल एमएसएमई म्हणून, तर गव्हर्नमेंटनं एनएससी इमर्ज म्हणून हा कन्सेप्ट आणलेला आहे. आणि हा सुद्धा 2012 मध्ये, आता 2022 चालते, म्हणजे हा सुद्धा कन्सेप्ट येऊन ऑलमोस्ट 10 वर्ष झालेली आहेत. ज्यांना स्टॉक मार्केटमध्ये आपली कंपनी लिस्ट करायची आहे, पण ते डायरेक्टली बीएससी किंवा एनएससी मध्ये जाऊ शकत नाहीत. तर एनएसएमई इमर्ज या पोर्टल खाली तुम्ही स्वतःची कंपनी स्टॉक मार्केटमध्ये लिस्ट करू शकता. थोडक्यात साहेब जास्त त्याच्याबद्दल सांगतील. सीजीटीएमएससी स्कीम बद्दल मी मगाशीच म्हटलो तसं ऑलमोस्ट सगळ्या बँक्स, नॅशनलाइज बँक्स असतील, प्रायव्हेट बँक्स असतील, तर यामध्ये ह्या स्कीम अवेलेबल आहे. जे न्यू एंटरप्रिनर्स आहेत, न्यू बिझनेसमन आहेत, त्यांना सीजीटीएमएससी ही मेन स्कीम खरं तर बघायला गेली एमएसएमईची आहे, ज्याच्या थ्रू लोन फंडिंग होत असतं. त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला 2 कोटीपर्यंत कोलॅटरल फ्री लोन मिळतं. पूर्वी यामध्ये फक्त फंड बेस म्हणजे टर्म लोन मिळत होतं. आता त्यांनी वर्किंग कॅपिटल लोन पण कव्हर करायला चालू केले. पूर्वी फक्त मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी होती, आता त्याच्यामध्ये ट्रेडर्स सुद्धा त्याच्यात इन्व्हॉल्व्ह केले. पूर्वी एक मॅक्झिमम कॅप होता, म्हणजे 2 कोटी एकदाच घेता येतं, परत घेता येत नाही. तर आता त्यांनी रिव्हॉल्विंग चालू केले, म्हणजे संपलं तर परत लिमिट तुमचं क्रॉस होतं. पूर्वी 2 कोटीपर्यंतच प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट द्या म्हणून सांगायचे, त्याच्यावरचं तुमचं तुम्ही बघा. तर आता तसं न करता ते 2 कोटीचं सीजीटीएमएससी पर्यंत येतात, तिथून पुढचं परत कोलॅटरल करून घेतात. असं कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मध्ये सुद्धा ते सिम्पल वाला बँकेने आता चालू केलेलं आहे. पण ही सगळ्यात मोठी स्कीम आहे खरं तर. न्यू बॉरोवर जे असतात, ज्यांच्याकडे सिक्युरिटी नसते, कोलॅटरल नसतं, प्रायमरी सिक्युरिटी असते पण कोलॅटरल नसते, त्यांना ह्या स्कीम मधून डायरेक्टली लोन मिळतं. मुद्रा बऱ्याचशा लोकांना माहित असेल की जे 10 लाखापर्यंतची जी छोटी छोटी व्यावसायिक आहेत, नवीन बिझनेसमन आहेत, सीजीटीएमई मधलाच एक पार्ट आहे. मुद्रा ही गव्हर्नमेंट कंपनी आहे, त्याच्या थ्रू याचं फंडिंग होतं. शिशु, किशोर आणि तरुण म्हणजे 50,000 ते 5 लाख आणि 10 लाख या 3 स्कीमच्या अंडर मुद्रा लोन्स नॅशनलाइज बँक्स देत असतात. स्टँडअप इंडिया एक नवीन कन्सेप्ट आहे. ऑफकोर्स सगळे कन्सेप्ट जुनेच आहेत, पण आज या प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती तुम्हाला सांगतो त्यामुळे हे नवीन वाटतं. पण स्टँडअप इंडिया स्कीम सुद्धा जवळजवळ 2-3 वर्ष झाली चालू आहे. या स्कीम नुसार सुद्धा जे न्यू एंटरप्रिनर्स आहेत, जे SC ST कॅटेगरीमध्ये येतात, प्लस वुमेन एंटरप्रिनर्स आहेत, ज्यांना नवीन बिझनेस करायचा आहे, ग्रीनफील्ड प्रोजेक्ट करायचा आहे, त्यांना सुद्धा सीजीटीएमएससी स्कीम खाली या स्टँडअप इंडिया स्कीम मधून तुम्हाला लोन अवेल करता येतं. एनएसएमई इमर्ज मगाशी मी जसं म्हटलं की जर एखाद्याला स्टॉक लिस्ट मार्केटमध्ये लिस्टिंग करायचं असेल, शेअर मार्केटमध्ये लिस्टिंग करायचं असेल, तर एनएसएमई इमर्जचा सुद्धा एक प्लॅटफॉर्म अवेलेबल आहे, ज्याच्यामध्ये तुमची कंपनी जरी त्या क्रायटेरियामध्ये इलिजिबल होत असेल, म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ एखादी इंडस्ट्री 3 वर्ष जुनी आहे, तिचा ऑपरेशनल प्रॉफिट आहे मागच्या किमान 2 वर्ष, नेटवर्क पॉझिटिव्ह आहे, तर तुम्ही जे क्रायटेरिया आहेत त्या क्रायटेरिया खाली तुमची कंपनी एनएससीच्या स्टॉक मार्केटवरती त्यांच्या अदर पोर्टल जे आहे, सब बोर्ड, एसएमई बोर्ड, त्याच्यावरती तुमची कंपनी लिस्ट करू शकता. आपले पुढची जी फॅकल्टी आहेत मोदी सर, ते या स्कीम बद्दल जास्त माहिती देतील की आता सगळ्यात मोठा प्रश्न पडतो फंड रेज झाले, पण सबसिडीचं काय? तर सबसिडीमध्ये कुठल्या प्रचंड सबसिडीज खरं तर एमएसएमई साठी आहेत आणि वेगवेगळ्या डिपार्टमेंटच्या. मी म्हणतात तसं कृषी विभागाची सबसिडी वेगळी असते, फूड प्रोसेसिंगची वेगळी असते, एमएसएमईची सबसिडी वेगळी आहे, खादी ग्रामोद्योगची वेगळी आहे, टेक्सटाईल मिनिस्ट्रीची सबसिडी वेगळी आहे. अशा वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या सबसिडी, ज्याला जो व्यवसाय करायचा आहे त्या सगळ्या सबसिडी बेनिफिट्स या स्कीम खाली करतात. एक 4-5 मोठ्या सबसिडी ज्या आहेत त्याबद्दल मी फक्त माहिती देईन की पीएमईजीपी बरीच वर्ष झाली चालू आहे. प्राईम मिनिस्टर एम्प्लॉयमेंट गॅरंटी प्रोग्राम, कोल्हापूर प्रत्येक जिल्ह्यावाईज तिचं अप्लिकेशन केलं जातं, ऑनलाईन अप्लिकेशन असतं. त्याच्यानंतर सीएमएजीपी म्हणून सेंट्रल स्टेट, जशी स्टेटची आहे तशी सेंट्रल स्टेटची सुद्धा चालू झालेली आहे. स्फूर्ती म्हणून नवीन आता कन्सेप्ट केव्हीआयसी मध्ये आणलेला आहे. त्याचप्रमाणे टेक्नॉलॉजी अपग्रेडेशन आणि क्वालिटी सबस्क्रिप्शन मध्ये सीडबी मध्ये सुद्धा ही सबसिडी स्कीम वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या आणलेल्या आहेत. टेक्सटाईल मिनिस्ट्रीची परत सबसिडी वेगळी असते. ह्या झाल्या सेंट्रलच्या. तशा स्टेटच्या सुद्धा इंटरेस्ट सबसिडी आहेत. पॅकेज स्कीम ऑफ इन्सेंटिव्ह PSIच्या स्कीम सुद्धा महाराष्ट्र शासन वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे त्याच्या चालू करत असतं. तर अशा वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या स्कीम्स खरं तर MSMEला अवेलेबल करता येतात. मी नेहमी क्लायंटला म्हणत असतो की व्यवसाय असा करा की तुम्ही कुठेही असाल तरी तुमचा व्यवसाय चालू पाहिजे. नाहीतर दुकान बंद आहे आज येऊ नका म्हटलेले मग ते व्यावसायिक होत नाही. त्यामुळे छोटा व्यावसायिक असू दे नाहीतर मोठा व्यावसायिक असू दे, तर तुम्हाला नेहमी एक व्यावसायिक म्हणून आपण असा व्यवसाय डेव्हलप केला पाहिजे की आपण नसताना सुद्धा तो व्यवसाय चालू असला पाहिजे. इथपर्यंत टेक्निकल सेशन होतं. सीएचा सेमिनार असल्यामुळे थोडक्यात सीए काय करू शकतात MSME मध्ये याबद्दल मी थोडक्यात माहिती देईन. टेक्निकल पहिल्यांदा ही गोष्ट आहे की MSME 1 म्हणून एक फॉर्म आहे कंपनी ऍक्ट मध्ये. तो फॉर्म कंपल्सरी प्रत्येक कंपनीला 6 महिन्यात एकदा म्हणजे सेमी अॅन्युअली भरावा लागतो. जर नाही केला तर त्याला 25,000 रुपये पेनल्टी आहे डायरेक्टर्स आणि ऑफिसर्सला. आणि MSME 1 मध्ये हीच सिंपल माहिती भरायची असते की जर ती कंपनी कुठल्या MSME बरोबर डिलिंग करते तर त्याचं MSMEचं रजिस्ट्रेशन घेतलेलं आहे का, त्याचे पेमेंट 25 दिवसापेक्षा लेट झाला असेल तर त्याला तुम्ही व्याज द्यायला चालू केलंय का, नाही तर काय तुम्ही ऍक्शन घेतली. असे हे MSME 1 चा फॉर्म प्रत्येक कंपनीला आहे, म्हणजे इरिस्पेक्टिव्ह ऑफ प्रायव्हेट लिमिटेड और पब्लिक लिमिटेड MSME 1 फॉर्म नीड्स टू बी फाईल्ड. देन शेड्यूल 3 ऑफकोर्स त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा MSMEचा एजिंग शेड्यूल दिलेला आहे. जर तुम्ही MSME बरोबर डील करत असाल तर ते तुम्हाला सर्टिफाय करून द्यावं लागेल. फॉर्म 3CD मध्ये क्लास 22 आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा एक सेक्शन आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये जर क्रेडिट पिरियड मध्ये व्याज दिला असेल आणि ते व्याज अलाउड नाही आहे आणि ते जर खर्चाला आपण क्लेम केलं तर ते सुद्धा आपल्याला डिसअलाव करावं लागेल. हा तो कन्सेप्ट आहे. प्रोसिजरच्या दृष्टिकोनातून डॉक्युमेंटेशन घेणं, जर MSME रजिस्टर्ड युनिट असेल तर त्याचं MSME रजिस्ट्रेशनचे डॉक्युमेंट्स आपल्याकडे आहेत का, त्यांना जर इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट केला असेल तर त्या इंटरेस्टचं बायफर्केशन विथ इंटरेस्ट पेनल्टीमध्ये आहे की विदाउट पेनल्टी केलेलं आहे. आणि एक आपण रिमार्क मारतो अदर रिपोर्ट ऑन अदर लिगल अँड रेग्युलरिटी रिक्वायरमेंट्स, त्याच्यामध्ये MSME ऍक्टचा रेफरन्स कंपनी ऍक्टच्या ऑडिट रिपोर्ट मध्ये सुद्धा मला देणं गरजेचं आहे. Some obligations are applicable to Company Act. Others do normal that 3CD form is of general public, general individuals also. And this is the main thing. आपल्याला काय अपॉर्च्युनिटीज आहेत तर जे न्यू अवेन्यूज न्यू कन्सेप्ट म्हणतो त्याच्यामधले हा काही न्यू नाही आहे, पण प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट प्रिपेरेशन आणि अलीकडे बँक्सना ऑफिसर्स लोकांना CMA फॉर्मॅट भरपूर लागतात. यू ऑलवेज आस्क दॅट वी नीड दॅट CMA कॅल्क्युलेशन. तर CMA चा कन्सेप्ट थोडा टेक्निकल जरी असला तरी तुम्हाला एकदा तो फॉर्मॅट लक्षात आला तर तुम्ही ती एक्सपर्ट सर्व्हिस म्हणून तुम्ही देऊ शकता. लोन सिंडिकेशन ऍज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट म्हणा किंवा लोन कन्सल्टंट म्हणून सुद्धा आपण लोन सिंडिकेशनचं काम करू शकतो. त्या ज्या स्कीम्स आहेत त्याच्याबद्दल माहिती जर तुम्हाला असेल आणि ती तुम्ही प्रोफेशनली कन्सल्टिंग चालू केलं तर ती सुद्धा एक अपॉर्च्युनिटी म्हणून तुम्हाला आहे. लिस्टिंग ऍडव्हान्टेज, मग अशी मी जसं SME इमर्जचा कन्सेप्ट सांगितला, जर एखादा तुमचाच क्लायंटला शेअर मार्केटमध्ये स्टॉक मार्केटमध्ये लिस्टिंग करायचं आहे आणि ती MSME मध्ये आहे तर या MSME एक्सचेंजचा तुम्हाला नक्कीच तुमच्या क्लायंटला तुम्हाला फायदा करून देता येईल. व्हर्च्युअल CFO, कारण हा कन्सेप्ट MSME मध्ये का महत्वाचा आहे, बऱ्याच वेळेला मगाशी मी म्हटलं तसं सिंगल मॅनेजमेंट टेक्निक असल्यामुळं MSME मध्ये सगळं तो मॅनेज करत असतो पण त्याला ते लक्षात येत नसतं. बऱ्याच वेळेला बरेच व्यावसायिक असे म्हणतात की वर्षाकाठी आम्ही व्यवसाय केला पण माझा प्रॉफिट लॉस काय मला कळालेलं नाही. व्यवसाय भरपूर असतो, 10 कोटी 20 कोटी 25 कोटी टर्नओव्हर असतो, पण प्रत्यक्षात बँकेत असलेला बॅलन्स कॅश इन हँड आणि प्रॉफिट हे कधीच जुळत नाही. आणि याचा कन्सेप्ट की ते त्याप्रमाणे अकाउंटिंग रेकॉर्ड मेंटेन करत नाहीत, त्या प्रकारचे सल्ला घेत नाहीत. आणि त्यामुळे व्हर्च्युअल CFOचा जो कन्सेप्ट आहे MSMEशी रिलेटेड, CFO मोठ्या इंडस्ट्रीजना भरपूर मिळतात पण फ्रॅक्शनली स्पीकिंग की आता कोल्हापूरमध्ये जवळजवळ 700 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्स आहेत, त्यातले फक्त 300 प्रॅक्टिसिंग आहेत आणि पॉप्युलेशन जवळजवळ 6 लाख आहे. त्यामुळे एका जरी आपण असा विचार केला तर 2-3 हजार लोकांच्या मागे एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट आम्ही कॅटर नाही करू शकत. आय डाऊट की एवढे क्लायंट एका कुठल्या चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्सकडे असतील. त्यामुळे एवढं करत असताना व्हर्च्युअल CFOचा कन्सेप्ट जो आहे तो नक्कीच अलीकडच्या नेक्स्ट जी जनरेशन आहे, नवीन जनरेशन, त्याचा फायदा घेऊ शकतात. आणि लिगल हेल्प हा सुद्धा महत्वाचा कशासाठी आहे, MSME मध्ये एवढे कॉम्प्लिकेशन्स असतात. PFचं रजिस्ट्रेशन आहे, ES आहे, PT9, हे सगळं त्याच्यामध्ये येतं आणि क्लायंटला फक्त व्यवसाय करायचा असतो. आणि ह्या कायद्यांचा जर आपण अभ्यास करायला चालू केलं, माहिती घ्यायला चालू केली तर नक्कीच हे एक्स्ट्रा सर्व्हिस, आपली ही ट्रॅडिशनल प्रॅक्टिस सोडून जी आहे यामुळे काय अशी नाही की आपली ती प्रॅक्टिस जाणार आहे. सर तर इथं बसले आहेत, त्यांना माहिती असेल की सुरुवात पहिली नवीन क्लायंटची प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट पासूनच होते, नवीन लोन सिंडिकेशन पासूनच होते. आणि त्यामुळे ते जर आपण यंग चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्स म्हणून चालू केलं तर आपल्याला नवीन काम मागायला कुणाकडे दुसरीकडे जायची गरज लागणार नाही. तोच क्लायंट तुम्हाला बाकीची कामं देऊ शकणार आहे. आणि याच्यामुळं चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्सना सुद्धा या क्षेत्रामध्ये खूप प्रचंड प्रमाणात संधी आहे. आणि त्याच दृष्टिकोनातनं मग इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट्स ऑफ इंडियानं MSME मिनिस्ट्री बरोबर हे जे इव्हेंट्स आणि प्रोग्राम्स आहेत ते टायअप केलेले आहेत. CDPचे ऑफिस इथं आहेत. आम्ही लास्ट 3-4 मंथ्स बॅक सुद्धा आम्ही एक सेमिनार घेतला होता आणि खूप चांगला रिस्पॉन्स त्याला सुद्धा होता. आणि आज तर MSME यात्रा कोल्हापूरमध्ये आली होती, त्याचा सुद्धा रिस्पॉन्स खूप चांगला लाभलेला आहे. आज ह्या सेमिनारमध्ये अटेंड केलेले जे जनरल पब्लिक आहे किंवा जे फ्युचर एंटरप्रिनर्स आहेत, बिझनेसमॅन आहेत, त्यांना सुद्धा याचा सेमिनारचा नक्की फायदा होईलच. आणि आम्ही नेहमीच या प्लॅटफॉर्मद्वारे सोशल सर्व्हिस म्हणून वेगवेगळे सेमिनार्स आणि प्रोग्राम्स ऑर्गनाईज करतो, त्याचा नक्की तुम्ही फायदा घ्यावा. तर ते शेवटी मी सगळं म्हणतो की चारित्र्य सगळ्यात महत्वाचं असतं आणि त्यामुळं कितीही पैसा कमवला तरी आपल्या इथिकल गोष्टी सोडून आपल्याला पैसा कमवणं चुकीचंच असतं. आणि त्यामुळं बिझनेस इथिकली करणं नेहमी महत्वाचं आहे. आणि एवढं सांगून मी आजचं सेशन संपवतो. थँक्यू.
Thank you, Nitin sir. I would now like to request Mr. VVR Prasad, AGM SIDBI, to guide us on how SIDBI is working towards MSME promotion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and CA fraternity, distinguished guests on the dais. साहब ने तो बहुत एग्जॉस्टिव डिटेल में पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन दे ही दिया है, तो there is not much left actually for other speakers. It is very quite exhaustive. In fact, some of the slides that I have prepared for this occasion are only repetitive in nature. That's why I will try to jump on them. But to give you brief about SIDBI, I am from SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India, which is a financial institution and not a bank as such. So when the banking system is already there in the country, what was the necessity of having a financial institution dedicated to MSME? So it was in 1990s that SIDBI was formed as a financial institution, principal financial institution for financing, development, and promotion of micro and small industries, micro, small, and medium enterprises in the. So SIDBI is a All India financial institution which is under the control of Government of India, principal shareholder being Government of India and various other banks and financial institutions. This is all repentance. I will not waste on this. So that's what I am talking on this. The shareholding of SIDBI is held by Government of India and banks, insurance companies. That's how SIDBI is a central government financial institution established under special act called Small Industries Development Bank of India Act. See, SIDBI was basically set up as a principal financial institution for taking care of the refinance needs of the banking system in the country. So SIDBI actually does mainly refinance to banks, be it private sector banks, public sector banks, commercial banks, NBFCs, microfinance institutions. And then what is the difference that SIDBI and other banks have, how SIDBI makes a difference? Kya farak hai? So then this is the credit plus services that we offer. Various schemes, services, whatever Mr. Hargude has taken, be it CGTMSE, be it Stand Up India, be it interest subvention, everywhere SIDBI is there. So SIDBI does a facilitator role and also a key implement. It will be a key implementation partner in various schemes of Government of India. So then refinance, of course, for this session, refinance is not much of importance to you because it is a indirect finance that we do to banks. Then we will directly go into the SIDBI's direct finance scheme, which is 4E finance scheme. See, it is not only financing. We at SIDBI thoda sa alag soch rehta hai, end-to-end energy efficiency scheme where we try to give energy efficient machinery towards the green energy financing. So इसमें क्या है, MSMEs in operation, मतलब existing units going for expansion, जिनको plant and machinery खरीदना है, जैसा अभी VMCs है, CNC lathe machines है, these are all energy efficiency machineries. ऐसे ही अभी rooftop solar, जो renewable energy का भी बात किया हुआ है, तो rooftop solar भी करना है, तो उस तरह का प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए SIDBI एक स्कीम, नया स्कीम लाया है जिसमें up to 5 crore we give finance to MSMEs without any collateral security or CGTMSE guarantee. तो जहाँ पे आप 25% आपका contribution लाना है as a promoter contribution, that only we will be keeping as FD, whereas that FD also will fetch you interest of around 6%. So the rate of the main attraction in this is repayment period is 60 months, 5 years, including moratorium of 6 months. Case to case basis, we can extend it up to 7 years also. The main attraction in this scheme is maximum rate of interest is 7% per annum. And otherwise, it is 7.5% per annum. Processing fee is 1%. If the repayment period is exceeding 5 years, then it is 7.5% per annum. So this interest is linked to repo rate, which is presently 5.9% RBI repo rate. I think this is a very competitive rate where you can think of going wherever you are going for expansions by way of purchase of machinery, plant and machinery, etc. You can think of this scheme. As I told you, it is 100% financing for machinery, equipment loans up to 5 crore with 5 years repayment period. 25% of the loan amount to be kept as FDR with SIDBI, no other collateral security, no CGTMSE coverage required. Because CGTMSE coverage up to 2 crore also, as Hargude Saab said, it comes with some additional cost of 2 to 2.5% over and above the interest rate. Then the scheme that I discussed was mainly for existing units going for expansion. Now there is SIDBI Sthapan scheme. SIDBI Sthapan scheme deals with setting up of new units, be it greenfield units, with term loans up to 20 crore are granted in this with minimum term loan of 10 lakhs. So promoters with the minimum experience of 3 years in manufacturing activity can get up to 5 crore under this scheme. This is for setting up of greenfield units, where up to 2 crore loans we can cover under CGTMSE. And promoter contribution in this we expect around 25%. In this repayment period is 7 years. See, any scheme that we talk is what is the quantum of loan, what is the repayment period, what is the rate of interest. Beyond this, no scheme specifications will be there. So the repayment period is 7 years in this. It can be extendable on case-to-case basis up to 9 years. The rate of interest is again linked to repo with maximum of 9.15%, which is again competitive in the market nowadays. And beyond 7 years, it is 9.4% for loans beyond 7 years up to 9 years. I hope our CA fraternity will take advantage of these schemes. And SIDBI also extends foreign currency term loans, which are linked to labor and Euribor rates. Euribor means the rate of interest will be around 4%. And of course, labor goes at maximum up to 7%, depending on the labor and internal rating that we get. So foreign currency term loans are cheaper compared to INR loans, but you should have natural hedge. You should be into exports and you should have natural hedge. In addition to this, SIDBI also operates various other direct finance schemes for the benefit of the MSMEs, both existing as well as greenfield schemes. Because it will take a long time, I have not elaborated on the schemes. As I told, any scheme will have certain minimum and maximum loan repayment period and interest, and rate of interest. So the green finance scheme, again, for loans beyond 5 crore, if you go for renewable energy and green interventions, then Ubarte Sitare scheme, if you are setting up unit in with export potentials, then we have direct credit scheme, where if the proposal is not fitting into any other special schemes, we take that proposal under this scheme. Then working capital, RBI has given permission to SIDBI to do working capital assistance also for customers who do not have existing working capital, or customers who take term loan from SIDBI along with working capital. We also extend working capital term loans to meet the gap of either margin money for working capital, or working capital gap is there in the system. So as I told you, of course, those were SIDBI finance schemes. For any other information or more elaborative information, you can always visit our office. It is in Assembly Road. But what is the difference that SIDBI makes from compared to other regular banks? So SIDBI undertakes various promotional and developmental activities, and these are aimed at bridging the gap in the MSME ecosystem. It is these promotional and developmental activities are aimed towards youngsters becoming job givers rather than job seekers once they graduate out of the institutions. So it is the main aim is setting up of the unit and also stepping up promotional and developmental activities. We undertake and sponsor various entrepreneurship development programs with reputed in association with reputed EDP entrepreneurship development institutions. Then we also sponsor skill development programs. We arrange exposure visits to large scale units of micro and small enterprises, so that they will come to know about the better practices that large scale units are following in their day-to-day manufacturing activities. And we also do linkages for MSMEs through organizing Swavalamban Mela, or it is marketing linkage. Recently, there was this kind of Mela organized at Pune, and many of our Kolhapur Chappal and these many entrepreneurs have participated in that, and they got a prize also, our Kolhapur entrepreneurs. You also should know that SIDBI is the nodal agency for dispensation of subsidy schemes of Government of India. You would have heard, Sir also has said, CLCSS, Tufts Technology Upgradation Fund Scheme, Interest Subvention Scheme. For all this, SIDBI is the nodal agency. Whatever these kind of schemes of Government of India, you take, SIDBI is there. Then you have heard of Mudra, you have heard of Stand Up India, you have heard of Startup India. Then these are all the schemes. Mudra Limited is the wholly owned subsidiary of SIDBI, 100% wholly owned subsidiary of SIDBI. Stand Up India and Ujjami Mitra is the site where you will get plethora of information. Just log into that, various project reports. There is a knowledge center in that. As Sir has said, how to start an MSME, from giving an idea to starting an MSME, to getting various licenses and other regulatory requirements. Everything is given in booklet formats and very easily explained, including some local languages. So Ujjami Mitra site is one where youngsters should make use of it. Project reports are already inbuilt in that. If you want to start, there are more than 1,000 projects that are given in that site. If you want to frame an idea, if you have an idea, but where to get the raw material, what is the raw material required, what is the production process, like this, project profiles are inbuilt, readily built, readily available there in that site, Ujjami Mitra. Ujjami Mitra is also a marketplace where you can lodge your application online. See, these are all various digital initiatives that SIDBI is involved in all this. And now you would have heard of Prime Minister's Street Vendor Assistance Program. Morning, one gentleman was there. So there also, SIDBI is the implementation partner. SIDBI is also implementation partner in Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Fund development. So wherever government wants its funds to be routed in a proper manner, SIDBI's involvement is taken either directly or indirectly. So the schemes, direct finance schemes that I have told you, as entrepreneurs, you should make use of it, especially that 4E scheme, which gives maximum interest rate of 7%, is a very competitive scheme. Only thing is you have to buy that energy efficiency machinery. If you are also willing to go for energy audit, SIDBI will also arrange energy audit. Energy audit fees up to 1.5 lakh is borne by SIDBI, and in your MSME unit, you should implement those energy efficient measures, because that will help you in reducing your electricity bill burden, be it by way of renewable energy or your replacement of some of your existing obsolete machinery with new machinery and all. So these are various initiatives that SIDBI has been taking for the benefit of MSMEs, and one should make use of it. As Sir also is saying, many of the young CS who are present here, they should, there is a certified credit counselor link in SIDBI website, CCC it is called. whoever wants to take their own self-employment or young CAs who want to take up this as a consultancy, this one, they can enroll themselves as a CCC, Certified Credit Counselor, and that will be an authorized, he will be an authorized person to do counseling. So these are just visit SIDBI website also. Please sidbi.in. Many of most of the information which you may not be knowing till now is available there in SIDBI website, Ujjimi Mitra site, Stand Up India. Stand Up India is again for SC, ST and women entrepreneurs up to 1 crore. You can just take advantage of that scheme. Any woman having 51% shareholding in the unit can start a greenfield unit. Up to 1 crore you can go. Mudra loans up to 10 lakh. It is all made available, easily available by Government of India through its schemes. And SIDBI is the implementation partner for all these schemes. So this is what I wanted to say, but any other or additional information that you want, you are always welcome, both as an entrepreneur or as a practicing CA or as a CA student, you are always welcome. In fact, some of the information I am getting the knowledge, there is no end to getting knowledge. So we can have the knowledge from anywhere. Please feel free to visit us anytime you want. So I wish this MSME Yatra program, this is one such program. SIDBI has also sponsored partly. And recently SIDBI has undertaken in 75 districts of Maharashtra, the export potential districts. What are the schemes available for exports? In association with the government of Maharashtra, we have done various programs like this. We continue to help MSMEs both in Maharashtra and all over India, of course. So with these few words, I take leave. I thank ICII for giving SIDBI an opportunity to participate in this. And I wish MSME Yatra in the remaining 3-4 days a huge success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Gayatri ma'am, Assistant Manager from State Bank of India, to express herself in few words.
Good evening, everyone. So first of all, I'd like to really thank ICAI for organizing this event, this interactive session. And it's a pleasant, it's my pleasure to have you all here. I'm seeing so many young people sitting behind. So it's like, chartered account, CA, we say CA, so many things we can tag for this name. Intellectual and knowledgeable. We people generally in society, whenever we are listening someone, oh, CA, we give some kind of respect, And being in this hall, I'm seeing so many CAs together. I'm feeling very glad to be present here. So let me introduce myself. I'm Gayatri from State Bank of India, Ujjainagar Industrial District branch. So our branch is actually SME intensive branch, so which is meant basically for all the SME businesses. So in our branch, basically we sanction loans from 50 lakh to 50 crore. Even beyond that, we can do in some specific cases. So MSME, as Sir Nitin sir and Prasad sir, they have talked so many things about MSME. So to say again, I have to emphasize on this. This is the backbone of our economy, like the growth engine, we can say. To put in numbers, MSME is contributing 1/3 of our GDP growth. That is 27% of our GDP growth. So this is something. See, we all are here. I am here today to present about the products, some of the MSME products, so that keeping everything apart, being a general human, I'm not talking as a banker, and you people, you not as a CA or anything. Being a general public, one thing we should have some basic awareness. We see so many people are doing business and they'll be struggling in something. And when there is a need, they will not be knowing, what to come out of that. They must be having some, financial requirement, but they'll not be knowing how to handle that. That is lack of awareness. So we people are, what is our duty as a normal human is, whenever there is someone is not knowing how to, we just advise them, approach the bank. So many of us in this hall must have that, like that, their graduation by availing education loan or something like that. So it is like, when there is a need, we bankers are there as a mediator to provide you the support, which is required at the particular time. So what is our role is, when someone is in need, you just advise them, visit the bank, approaches. We are here to help bankers, right? We are there for customers. So we are there to guide how we can help them, or what are the facilities, products we can give them. So that is our role. So being a general, I just request you, you have to, it can be your relative, it can be your neighbor. So it's all just the thing which we are giving. It can bring a very big change in their life and help them in every way. So in this 10-15 minutes of session, I'll not be able to tell you, explain each and everything. So this is person. But the basic thing, when you're listening to these products, you can suggest someone. And we are here later on after this session. If you can approach us anytime, so we'll be there. And I hope everyone got the pamphlets. So our contact numbers are also given behind that. So you will be able to contact us. And so let's move on to the session. And this is, as I said, I'm going to very briefly, I'm going to tell about the products, few of our products. So the first one will be EDFS. So this is Electronic Dealer Financing Scheme. So it works under the supply chain mechanism. To be precise, 3 parties will be involved: the dealers or distributors, and a banker, and the industry major. So whenever the dealers are having tie-up with the industry major, so they'll be eligible for availing this. And how it works is, every process will be automated here. It is a very hassle-free product. How it is, whenever the industry major, the dealer, when they'll have to make the payment to industry major. Whenever the industry major is raising invoice against in this platform, the payment will be paid automatically. So the credit period will be basically from 15 days to 90 days. So whenever the invoice is raised, we'll be paying to the industry major, and later on the dealers will be paying to us. So this is how it works. It is basically the cash credit short for meeting the short-term requirements of the dealers. And next product is Arogyam. So this is exclusively for healthcare sector, say hospitals or the clinics, small clinics, and those things. For the expansion of their clinic. So this is useful. This Arogyam scheme is there, and also for the purchase of equipments. Say the medical equipments, it can be X-ray. So many equipments are there. So those kind of devices also can also be bought by this Arogyam. So it works kind of a term loan facility, and the repayment tenure is there for 10 years as such. And next is, and one more thing, we all are running. So we are in a very kind of busy life. And here is one of the scheme, 59 minutes loan. So there is one portal. You can see, you'll be able to see, and in the pamphlets also that this will be there. You can see. So very simple. What we have to do is we have to visit this portal, and very basic things like our ITI, GSTN, and our bank account statements. These things we have to enter there. And after feeding in all these data, we will get like how much we are eligible for, and whether we are eligible or not. Those things we will get, and the branches which we can have. And here one more good thing about this is, there will be comparison, like which bank is and which bank is giving you the best rates and as such. So after knowing that how much we are eligible for, we can approach the bank and we can avail that. So this is also a very simple thing. And especially for chartered accounts, this as I said, this 59 minutes loan is especially there for chartered accounts also. So up till 25 lakh, you will be able to avail, and you will be set up your own office premises, you can do this by availing this. And whenever you're getting time, you can just log in this portal and go through this. So you will get to know. And next is our pre-approved business loan. So this is like for our current account holders. So there will be some criteria. So whenever our current account holders, when they meet those criteria, they'll be eligible for this, and they will get notified through SMS. So that is one more good thing. So if you are eligible and if you are receiving that SMS, you can approach the nearby branches. Very minimum documentation for this, and as it is very competitive interest rates and such things. So this BAPL, this is also one of the very kind of a simple and hassle-free product. And next is, this is for kind of what is it? It can be a transport, whoever it is, the logistic providers, and for them and all, when they want to buy a commercial, for the purchase of commercial vehicle, this product is helpful. So this is also, everything is based on contactless lending platform. So process will be very simple and very minimal documentation process. This is also one of such good product for purchase of commercial vehicles. So you can even suggest this. So many people you must be knowing. So this is also one of this for the commercial purchase of vehicles. And next is SME gold loan. This is for the proprietors, and it is like whenever they are in need, they can. It is up to 50 lakh we can get, and this is also based on a very simple kind of assessment. And one more thing about this SME gold loan is SBI, we exclusively give like the per gram gold rate. It will be like a very high rate we'll be giving than other banks comparatively. So this is also one of the good products. And asset-backed loans, as it is whenever you have some asset and you are in need of things. So based upon that particular asset, we'll be providing you finance. So this is like 60% of whatever the asset value we'll be financing. So that is there. And EVFS is similar to EDFS. So in case of EDFS, as how we are financing to dealers, in this case, we'll be financing to vendors. And Stand Up India scheme, you all must be aware, this is also one of the initiative of Government of India for our SC/ST people and for women entrepreneurs. This is helpful. And even it's for greenfield projects also, this is we can avail this. And no collateral, as it is so I was telling about the CGTMS cover and all. So many government is also for developing MSME, they are also coming up with some kind of guarantee covers. So without any specific collateral, we'll be able to get that. Those things also we should be aware, like because whenever we want to approach bank, the one thing which will be stuck up is like collateral. We don't have anything to provide as collateral, but now government is coming up with so many things, like up to this much you don't need to give collateral. So basic things we can cover. So those things are there. So this is also covered under CGSSI and one type of cover. And last is our Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. So here also, like, the classifications are there: Sishu, Kishore, Tarun, like the 3 classifications are there. So it shows the significant growth of the MSME this. And here also, this is also one of the very best product. And that's it. So our contact numbers has been given last, and anytime you can approach us, we'll be happy to help you. Thank you.
I would now like to call upon stage Mr. Prashant Shinde, Relationship Manager from InvoiceSmart, to express how MSMEs are supported through their digital platform and the concept of factory.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Prashant Shinde. I am representing InvoiceSmart. InvoiceSmart is basically a digital marketplace. So this is some statistical data about MSMEs, most of which we have already heard from Margude Saab during his presentation. So on this platform, rather about the platform, briefly, Argode Sahab has also told that there are 3 platforms. I'll again repeat the name of all these 3 platforms. The first platform, the trades platform is RXIL. Second trades platform is M1 Exchange, and we are the third platform. We are InvoiceMart. So basically, InvoiceMart is promoted by Axis Bank and M Junction jointly. It is joint venture between Axis Bank and M Junction. So as of now, when we are talking, we have done discounting of almost 40,000 crores of MSME invoices, and more than 1,200 corporates. By saying corporates, I mean to say the PSU or the private companies who are having turnover more than 250 crores. Those are the corporates as per our definition. So there are 3 participants on the platform, trades platform. One is the corporate buyer, second is the MSME seller, and third is the financier. By saying the corporate buyer, I mean to say the entity or the company on whom the MSME seller has raised the invoice, and the financier are essentially the PSU banks, private banks, MNC banks. And as of now, when we are speaking, the NBFCs having factoring licenses. Government is also trying to include the NBFCs who are not having factoring licenses, but it is expected to be completed quite soon, and that will definitely help to increase the participation of the financiers on the platforms. So any invoice which is raised by MSME on the corporate becomes eligible for discounting once the corporate completes the GRN or the acceptance of that invoice for payment, that too within the guidelines of the MSME Act. So once the invoice becomes eligible for discounting and the corporate and MSME are registered on either of the 3 platforms. So basic requirement is the MSME and the associated corporate must be registered on the same platform, either of the 3 platforms which I just now mentioned. So if they are registered on the same platform, that invoice can be discounted. So on the trades platform, there are only these 2 transaction processes. So basically the product is very simple. Either it can be a factoring transaction process or a reverse factoring transaction process. So under the factoring transaction process, I'll just take an example of HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum. So if it is a corporate is Hindustan Petroleum, and if it is a MSME from anywhere in India, so in that case, HPCL being a PSU and a AAA rated company, they will not take cost of the transaction or the discounting cost on themselves. They'll put it on the MSME. And it being a AAA rated PSU company, the financier bid on transactions of or the invoices of the HPCL vendors at the rate as low as 4.5% on a per annum basis. So it doesn't make any difference whether the corporate is bearing the cost of discounting or MSME is bearing the cost of discounting. The financier bids irrespective of that. So under the factoring transaction process, once the MSME upload the invoice on the portal, once the MSME corporate, everyone is registered on the platform, they get the access to the platform. So the MSME upload the transaction on the platform. After that, it is available for HPCL for either accepting it or rejecting it, or if there is any modification, they can send it back to the vendor. And everything is on the platform itself. So there is no time lag on the sending the transaction to the other participant. So once the buyer, that is HPCL, if they approve the transaction as uploaded by the MSME, the financiers, as on today, while we are speaking, there are 40 banks, NBFCs who are registered with us. So out of those 40 NBFCs and banks and PSU banks who have taken limits on HPCL, they'll start bidding on the transaction. And as per the requirement of the MSME, if they are requiring the funds immediately, they might accept the bid on the first day itself. And any transaction which is uploaded either by the MSME or the corporate, the transaction is on the platform for 5 working days. So the bidding goes on for 5 working days. So as I mentioned, for a PSU AAA rated company, the rates are as low as 4.5, and for a BBB rated company, the rates are in the range of 9.5. So the range of rate is 4.5 to 9.5 on the platform as on today while we are speaking. So when the financier bids and the since the MSME vendor is bearing the cost of this transaction in case of HPCL, when the MSME accept the bid, so assuming that the MSME accepts the bid on the day 2nd and the bid is at 4.5, if he accept that bid, the disbursement of the funds happen on the next working day. So on the next working day, assuming that the invoice is of 1 lakh rupees, so on the next day, the funds will be disbursed to the MSME, deducting the cost of 4.5 on a per annum basis if the transaction is for 30 days. So for 30 days, that 4.5%, and there is one more cost, that is the transaction charges of Invoice Mart. So that is in the range of 0.25% to 0.5% on a per annum basis again. So proportionately for 30 days, those charges will also be deducted. And the MSME receives the funds, and on the due date, the HPCL account is debited by Invoice Mart and the transaction closes. Coming to the second transaction process, which is reverse factoring. So reverse factoring transaction process is mainly adopted by the corporates where the corporate's rating, that is external credit rating, is not that good, meaning BBB rated or A- rated. Those corporates, for the sake of getting the extension of credit period, they adopt this reverse factoring transaction process. So in the first transaction process, the maximum credit period can be up to 45 days only. If the GRN is done on the 10th day, then the discounting can be for only 35 days. Because under the MSME Act, the MSME payment cannot go beyond 45 days. In the second transaction process, since the cost of transaction is borne by the corporate, it can be, the discounting tenor can be up to 180 days. So what happens in this case is, since the corporate, they are themselves uploading the transaction, when they upload the transaction, it will directly go to the financier for bidding. Supposingly, if the transaction is for 180 days, so what will happen is, when the bidding happens and the corporate accept the bid, so in the first case, the vendor receives 1 lakh minus the cost of the transaction. In the second case, the vendor will receive entire 1 lakh. The cost of transaction will be borne by the corporate here. And the rest of the process is same like what the first transaction process is, like the disbursement happens and we recover the money from the corporate on the due date. So these are the benefits to the participants, like the corporate buyer flexible repayment terms, like for up to 180 days, these can be in the reverse factoring transaction process only. They can do a system integration with us that helps them for then in case of and for the financials, the major benefit is that any outstanding on the platform is considered as a priority sector lending. Any outstanding on the platform, and that is the reason the rates which I'm quoting, like 4.5 and all, that is possible only because the any outstanding on the platform is considered as priority sector lending. For MSMEs, any of the transaction is without recourse to MSME. So the moment the MSME gets the funds against the receivable from the corporate, the moment the account is created of the MSME is not bothered about what happens to the repayment for that invoice. Say suppose if the repayment doesn't happen and there is any legal cost related to that invoice, that is between the financier and the corporate. The MSME is not even party to that case or that discussion. Related to the registration process, in case of MSMEs, we require the KYC documents as per the constitution of the MSME. In case of proprietary concerns, we can register the proprietary concerns through video KYC. There is no requirement of our executive to visit the MSME premises. But for the other constitutions like partnership, LLP, private limited and limited, the visit is required, but the registration can be completed within 48 hours. The only thing in the discounting or the trades receivable discounting is the participation of both the parties, that is the corporate and the MSME is required. So unilaterally, neither MSME nor the corporate can discount the invoices. Are there any queries on this? Since this is not a very regular product, banking product. So if there are any queries on this.
Sir, which are the MSME beneficiaries that are eligible to be covered under the scheme? What is the minimum criteria?
Like individual.
So any MSME who is holding Udyam registration certificate, they can register on the platform.
Any industry.
Yeah. Either traders, manufacturers, or service providers. Anybody.
Approximately how many large, just like the numbers, large scale units have been on the platform, sir, so that MSME beneficiaries can take.
So on our platform, as of now, while we are speaking, 1,200 corporates are registered, and similar would be the number on RXI and MO. More or less, 40% would be the common corporates who are registered on all the three platforms. So I'll thank ICAI for giving this opportunity to present our product. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. Manoj Verma, AGM from State Bank of India, to speak a few words for our guidance.
First of all, I would like to thank to ICI for giving opportunity to SBI to have presentation on our SBI Bank products. And this MSME Yatra program, this is very excellent initiative by ICICI by conducting this Yatra program in 75 cities covering 75 days. And this through this activity, it is ICI is spreading awareness among MSMEs through knowledge sharing sessions, and which are going to benefit MSME in a very long run. And through this program, upcoming entrepreneurs are definitely going to understand the challenges faced by MSME in current scenario, and also they will able to understand what are the opportunities available to them to strengthen their capacity and remain competitive in the market, in current market scenario. In the same way, SBI has always being a pioneer institution bank in extending lending to MSME sectors, and considering the important role of MSMEs in Indian economy and their considerable contribution in manufacturing output, exports, and employment generation. Right now, our SBI has in pan India, we have more than 800 SME intensive branches to cater needs of MSME sectors. And we have right now, as on 31st March 2022, we have more than 3 lakh crore exposure to MSME sector, which is roughly around 10% of total bank advance. Now the bank has decided to increase this MSME lending. So our chairman has set a target of 4 lakh crore by 2024. So to achieve this target, bank has started several good initiatives, and the bank has recently started few technology-based products also. Likewise, our colleague has given a presentation. This PABL product. PABL product is recently introduced product, and it is really a game changer product for SBI. Initially, it was started with the lending up to 10 lakhs only. Now, 2 months back, it has been increased to 20 lakhs. Right now, it is only for proprietors and individuals. Now, the bank is going to extend to partnership firms also, so that they can also benefit with this. And to increase our SME credit portfolio, bank is also modified its credit delivery system also. Like I have told that we have SME intensive branches. We have categorized amount wise up to 50 lakh and more than 50 lakh. Up to 50 lakh, we have SME centers at all district headquarters in the form of SMEC, RAC, RASMAC, or in the form of RACC. Up to 50 lakh credit sanction are done at their place only. And for above 50 lakh, we have SME intensive branches where for that account are handled by our specialized team called relationship managers. It is a kind of asset management team structure. Relationship manager is supported by credit support officer, and each relationship manager is handling around 25 to 35 accounts, and they are taking care of end-to-end customer needs. And my colleague has shown you some products. To add a few, I would like to add 2 more products. One is Surya Shakti Solar Finance. Our Prasad sir have also shown that product. We also do funding in that Surya Shakti Solar Finance scheme. In our product, we provide term loan up to 4 crore, and it is for setting up solar rooftop for up to 1 megawatt capacity. And apart from that, we also in export finance. In export finance, we provide 2 kind of finance: pre-shipment finance and post-shipment finance. Pre-shipment finance is for purchasing raw material, processing, finishing, and dispatching. Up to that state, it is called pre-shipment, and as soon as goods are shipped, we extend post-shipment finance. Through post-shipment finance, pre-shipment finance is liquidated, and post-shipment finance is extended up to maximum 180 days, and it can be further extended up to 270 days. This export finance, we apart from rupee credit, we also provide in PCFC, packing credit finance, foreign currency also. It is in 4 currency: US dollar, Euro, JBP, and JPY. तो अब बाकी अभी जैसे हमारे जितने भी हमारे कोलिग्स ने प्रोडक्ट्स बताए हैं, और भी इसके अलावा डिटेल काफी प्रोडक्ट हैं. ये तो जैसे किसी को प्रोजेक्ट लोन है, या वर्किंग जो नॉर्मल वर्किंग कैपिटल फाइनेंस है, या नॉन फंड बेस्ड रिक्वायरमेंट है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लेटर ऑफ क्रेडिट या बैंक गारंटी, वो भी हम लोग प्रोवाइड करते हैं. तो मैं चाहूँगा कि जो हमारे जो भी यहाँ पे CA कोलिग्स हैं, और भी जो यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं जो कि चाहते हैं कि कुछ नया सेटअप करना चाहते हैं, या फिर उनके कोई नोन पर्सन्स हैं जो जिनको रिक्वायरमेंट है, हम लोग चाहेंगे कि आप लोग हमें स्टेट बैंक को अप्रोच करें और यहाँ पे लोकल में जो हमारी सेमी इंटेंसिव ब्रांच है, उद्यम नगर इंडस्ट्री स्टेट ब्रांच है, जो 50 लाख का एंड अबव का पोर्टफोलियो देखती है। उसके अलावा अगर 50 लाख से कम का रिक्वायरमेंट है तो हमारी किसी स्टेट बैंक की ब्रांच से आप कॉन्टेक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो वी आर मतलब हम चाहते हैं कि मतलब फ्यूचर में आपके साथ आप लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ें। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. I would now like to introduce our next speaker for the evening, CA Govardhan Modi from Dhule. He is a FCA and CS final with various certificates from ICAI. He is appointed as securities market trainer by SEBI and NSIM. He has co-authored the Practice Manual on Package Scheme of Incentives 2013, published by WRC of ICAI. He is a governing council member of Laghu Udyog Bharati, Dhule, and appointed as mentor for startup by North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. He is continuously in practice for the last 32 years. His areas of specialization consist of subsidies from various government entities and venture capital assistance. He has handled big projects like comprising of 300 ginning and pressing factories, SSI units, cold storages, projects from Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh from SFAC, New Delhi. He has given various lectures at international conferences, regional conferences, webcasts, and at WRC. He has also delivered lectures to various banks and industry associations. Sir is with us online. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, Kolhapur.
You're not audible, sir.
Am I audible? Host disabled participant screen sharing. From your side, you have disabled me. You do from your side, ma'am.
We cannot hear you, sir.
It is from your side. Host has disabled me. Hello, am I audible? Can you see my screen? From my side, I am unmute. Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, am I audible? Okay. Good evening, Kolhapur, and welcome to all of you on this interactive sessions on MSME Yatra, which has just came to Kolhapur, the goddess of Mahalakshmi. Friends, we are going to understand about the MSME ecosystem in the country and the various subsidies made available by the state government. First, we will listen to our Honorable Prime Minister, what he has proclaimed from the Red Fort on 15th August 2000.
लाल किले की प्राचीर से विश्व भर में लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं, कम मेक इन इंडिया, आइए हिंदुस्तान में निर्माण कीजिए, दुनिया के किसी भी देश में जाकर के बेचिए, लेकिन निर्माण यहां कीजिए, मैन्युफैक्चर यहां कीजिए। हमारे पास स्किल है, टैलेंट है, डिसिप्लिन है, कुछ कर गुजरने का इरादा है। हम विश्व को एक सानुकूल अवसर देना चाहते हैं। चाहिए कम मेक इन इंडिया, और हम विश्व को कहें इलेक्ट्रिकल से लेकर के इलेक्ट्रॉनिक तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, केमिकल्स से लेकर के फार्मास्यूटिकल तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, ऑटोमोबाइल से लेकर के एग्रो वैल्यू एडिशन तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, पेपर हो या प्लास्टिक कम मेक इन इंडिया, सम सैटेलाइट हो या सबमरीन कम मेक इन इंडिया।
See, the Honorable Pradhan Sevak of our country is asking the world over to come and establish their manufacturing units within the territory of India. It itself gives a great boost to the economy of our country by inviting the entrepreneurs world over to come to India and establish their manufacturing establishment in the. We are in 75th year of our independence, and the present government is also proactive as far as the industrial development of our country, our state is concerned. The Honorable then Chief Minister of Maharashtra has conducted Advantage Make in Maharashtra and Make in India concept, and a big event has been organized at BKC in Mumbai. The present State Minister for Industries, Mr. Uday Samant, has also proclaimed recently that he is going to take drastic efforts to bring the industry in the state of Maharashtra. So, and this MSME Yatra, which is a very dream project of the institute of our own institute, our own institute, our mother institute, which has organized, it itself shows the importance of MSME sector in the country, and rightly said by the Honorable officers of the CDB, officers of the State Bank of India, officers from this trade platform, that MSME is the backbone of our country. And SBI has the vision to disburse 4 lakh crore rupees to the MSME by 2024. So all the efforts taken by the central government, the state government, the MSME, the known as CDB, the State Bank of India, the trade, the various platforms created by various agencies of the central government is toward achieving the mission of 5 trillion economy. By 24-25, the government of India has the vision to speed up the economy of the country and achieve the 5 trillion economy object. And I think the mission with which the ICI has started this MSME Yatra has been fulfilled, because it has roamed from Mumbai and gone in all the states of India, all the 28 states of India, and it's coming back to the Maharashtra state. And by this 18th of November, this yatra is going to end, and I am going to deliver. I have delivered more than 5 lectures during this 75 days. Out of this 75, 5 lectures has been done by me, and the purpose, the object, the mission, the vision with which this yatra, MSME Yatra has been taken by our institute has fulfilled, because it has gone to the nook and quarter of the country, and they have educated the members, the entrepreneurs in the country about the MSME ecosystem available in the country, so that the entrepreneurs, the industry, the chartered accountants should get the knowledge about how to take the benefits, how to take the advantage which has been created by the central and state government to help, to handhold, to support, to mentor the MSME sector in the country. Friends, why Maharashtra? When we are speaking from Kolhapur and discussing about the opportunities available in the state of Maharashtra as far as MSME sector is concerned, then why Maharashtra? So there are so many things, favorable demographics, booming economy, seamless infrastructure, growing digitization. The efforts taken by successive government in the state of Maharashtra for establishing the MSME sector in the country, in the state itself has provided the boost for the growth of MSME sector in the state of Maharashtra. The infrastructure-led growth, the growth of infrastructure in the state of Maharashtra is favorable for the growth of MSME or to the growth of large mega, ultra mega projects in the state of Maharashtra. Focus sector, which are the focus sector as far as the industry is concerned by the state of Maharashtra, because the role of MIDC, this is the first state in the country which has established established an institution which will provide ready industrial plots for establishing the industry in the country. After that, the other state has followed, but the state of Maharashtra has established MIDC. And friends, MIDC has played a very important role for the growth of MSME sector in the country, because they have made readily available infrastructure, plug and play facility, ready sheds, ready plots with world-class infrastructure for establishing the industry. You name, you go to Pune, you go to Aurangabad, you go to Nagpur, you go to Akola, you go to any Aurangabad, this is Jalna, known as Jalgaon, Kolhapur, Solapur, Sangli, Parbani, Nanded. Everywhere there is a industrial estates developed by Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. What are the focus sector? Aerospace and defense. Recently, the state of Maharashtra has come out with a specific policy for establishing, for giving the incentive to aerospace and defense, automobiles, e-vehicle policy, chemicals, electronic, Maharashtra Electronic Policy 2016, which is recently amended by the new policy of 2021. Food processing, Chief Minister Agro and Food Processing Industry, Gems and Jewelry Park, information technology, Maharashtra ITS related industrial policy, leather and footwear, oil and gas, pharmaceuticals, cloths and toys park in the state of Maharashtra. So where there is what the role MIDC plays and what we as a practicing chartered accountant, how we can help the entrepreneurs which are establishing or to the upcoming entrepreneurs in the state of Maharashtra by helping them to get the plot allotted from MIDC. There are various industrial estates in the state of Maharashtra as far as MIDC is concerned at Dhule, Jalgaon, Amravati. Amravati is having a textile park, Pandharpur, then Parbani, then Aurangabad, then Ahmednagar, Latur, Solapur, Kolhapur. See, we never have thought that we can play a role right from allotment of land to the entrepreneurs. You say, you see, if you ask State Bank of India, or if you ask to any bankers, if you ask to SIDBI, or you ask to any agency which are financial institution, they are very happy to disburse and sanction the loan if the unit is situated in industrial estates. Because 90% of the NOCs required for starting a unit is issued by MIDC when the unit is situated in MIDC. Like plan approval is done by MIDC, fire NOC is done by NOEC, by MIDC, building completion certificate is issued by MIDC, electricity connection are readily available in MIDC because it has an infrastructure available in MIDC, a substation is available, water supply is done by MIDC, a charge creation, charge satisfaction, noting the lien mark, mortgage is easily available with MIDC authorities because it is normally done by the regional officer of the MIDC. So in my opinion, whenever I have got a finance from any financial institution, they are very, very eager if the unit is situated in MIDC. So friends, as a practicing chartered accountant, I am giving a tip to you. Please look this area of practice where we are lacking, where we are ignoring, because this is a big area available at our doorstep in Kolhapur itself. We never have thought that we can help the entrepreneurs to get the land allotted from MIDC. There may be bidding process, there may be online process, so many compliances, so many no due certificates, so many licenses are available, and the website which is developed by MIDC is very interactive. All the document, all the statutory NOCs, statutory compliances are done through the website, and we all practicing chartered accountants in the entire country are well trained, well experienced, well educated as far as uploading the documents successfully on online platform is concerned. Whether it is a GST platform, whether it is an income tax platform, whether it is a company law platform, whether it is a labor law platform, or whatever may be the platform. So friends, you add this one avenue of professional opportunities, that how to serve the entrepreneurs in the state of Maharashtra, helping them to fulfill the requirement of MIDC right from application till getting the building completion certificate, till getting the charge created by of the financial institution, even charge creation till charge satisfaction of the financial institution. So I really urge to all the entrepreneurs, if they are planning, those who are sitting in this auditorium, who wants to plan an industry in future, they should, rather going to the private land, they should prefer to go to the MIDC land, because this will save their time, their money, their energy, their efforts, their time to get the finance from the bank. Because if you go to the private land, the requirement, the known as procedure of getting the industrial NA conversion, then getting the plan approved from the town planner, very, very time consuming things are there as far as the private land is concerned. But if you go to MIDC, I think, and if the land is allotted by MIDC, you can start your industry within a period of 1 month, 2 months, or 5 months, according to your capex. So friends, I urge all the practicing chartered accountant who are or who want to enter into MSME practice, think at this area, think about MIDC. And because this is a starting point, whenever an entrepreneur want to start an industry, the first requirement is a appropriate and reasonable good location. And if you, being a practicing CA in MSME sector, if you are aware about the ecosystem of MIDC, you can guide the entrepreneurs in a proper way, so that his dream of establishing an industry will be fulfilled. And I think the CDB people, the State Bank of India people will appreciate, and they will agree with my views, that yes, these banks, these financial institutions are very, very, very keen to make a finance to the project which are coming in the state notified industrial estate. So I have taken little bit time to tell my members as well as the entrepreneurs who are listening to me, that whenever you are planning, please plan to establish the industry in MIDC, which will help you to establish your industry in the MIDC area. All the operations of MIDC, like see the pre-operations, before starting of the project, land department, online land application, permission for mortgage, execution of final lease, engineering department, town planning department, fire department, those all departments are within the regional of RO office of the MIDC. Post operations, after completion of application for transfer, application for change, application for subletting, application for plot and refunder, surrender of plots, so many professional opportunities are available to we may practicing members in MSME. Similarly, the entrepreneurs who has established their industry, they need expert advice from we practicing chartered accountant, so that their compliances related to MIDC can be fulfilled. So friends, take this area as your area of practice. Now friends, I am coming to the subsidies made available by the state of Maharashtra. Can you imagine how much policies are in existence in the state of Maharashtra? You name the industry, there is a scheme available in the state of Maharashtra to help the entrepreneurs who are wishing or planning to establish their industry within the territory of Maharashtra. And the mother policy of all the policies, any entrepreneurs in the state of Maharashtra or from the entire nation or the world over who wants to establish a manufacturing unit within the state of Maharashtra is eligible to get the benefit from the Maharashtra package scheme of incentive 2019. Hence, I use the word, it is a mother policy of all the policy. Whatever manufacturing activity is taken by any entrepreneurs in the state of Maharashtra is eligible to get the benefit under Maharashtra package scheme of incentive 2019. Then this is the only state in the country. After that, so many states has come out with a Maharashtra state woman entrepreneur policy, a policy which is specifically created to make the benefit available to the woman entrepreneurs in the country. Stand Up India policy. State Bank of India has already introduced a policy for the women entrepreneurs in the country. So along with the State Bank of India, we can take the benefit of Maharashtra State Women Entrepreneur Policy. Maharashtra Chief Minister Agro and Food Processing Policy. Very, very important policy as far as Kolhapur, Solapur, Sangli, Satara belt is concerned. Because it is an agro processing area of the state of Maharashtra. You name Satara, Sangli, so many हळदीचा उत्पादन तिथे होतो. Then there is a grapes available in the Sangli and Satara belt. So many agro processing units can be established and they can take the advantage of Maharashtra Chief Minister Agro Processing Policy. And when there are policies declared by the state of Maharashtra, and when you approach to any financial institution for getting the fund in the form of term loan or working capital facility, you have to explain in front of the financing authority how the unit will be benefited by way of subsidies from the state as well as the central government schemes. Because this is a direct inflow of funds which bank may not consider at the time of sanctioning of the project in their financial appraisal, but it will create a comfort level with the bankers that in future the unit, if it succeeds, it works properly, it is going to get the benefit from the ministries and department of the state of Maharashtra and central government, which will increase the cash flow of the entrepreneurs. By that way, the entrepreneurs will repay the loan maybe prematurely than the expected date of repayment of the loan. So friends, you must be aware about the policies which are available to the entrepreneurs whenever you are preparing a project report. See, Maharashtra, from farm to fashion to foreign, 5F government, Maharashtra is the second largest state in the India for cotton growing. That's why the state of Maharashtra has come out with a Maharashtra textile policy 2018 to 23, which is still in existence. And Kolhapur being a and Solapur, very known area for textile industry, and Ichalkaranji, particularly Ichalkaranji area. I think if you take more interest in textile sector, and particularly as far as textile is concerned, the future of Indian textile is in technical textile. By 2024-25, India wants to lead as far as production of technical textile is concerned. And if you read the entire policy of the Maharashtra textile policy, the state of Maharashtra is offering 70 to 60% cash subsidy for technical textile production facilities created by the entrepreneurs in the state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra ITES policy, as I told you, information technology. Maharashtra electronic policy, particularly New Bombay, Pune belt, they are taking the advantage of Maharashtra electronic policy. Maharashtra logistic park policy, Bhiwandi. What is happening in Bhiwandi? Why not the entrepreneurs from Pune take the advantage? Why not the entrepreneurs from Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara take the advantage of Maharashtra logistic park policy? Maharashtra electric vehicle policy to 2021, recently introduced. By 2030, it is said that 40% of the vehicle which is plying on the street of India will be electric vehicles. The future of electric vehicle is good. Why not we as a practicing chartered accountant foresee that if I become a consultant and expert in the Maharashtra electric vehicle policy, by 2030 out of 40% vehicle, I should help around 100 entrepreneurs by way of advising them to take the advantage of Maharashtra electric vehicle policy. And Pune is being this automobile hub. I think the you people which is very near to Kolhapur, Sangli and Pune belt, you can take the advantage of electric vehicle policy. Maharashtra Gems Jewelry, Maharashtra Tourism, Maharashtra Cloud Computing Policy, Maharashtra FinTech Policy, Maharashtra Aerospace Defense Manufacturing Policy, Maharashtra Telecom Infrastructure the Bharat Ratna Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Entrepreneur Special Package, Maharashtra State Innovative Startup Policy. So friend, there are 16 policies in the state of Maharashtra. And if we enter into this area of practice, we practicing started, CS says that there is no opportunities available, everything is becoming online, what we can do. But this, see the Prime Minister, why I have started with Make in India concept. When the central government has become proactive, when the state government is fighting day to day on the newspaper, Foxconn Gela, Amuk project has received, gone to Gujarat, and ye dono state ladte rahenge, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and the advantage will taken by UP government. In my opinion, what I am seeing in the country, UP is going to become the leading industrially developed state in the country by 2024. आम्ही इथं गुजरात महाराष्ट्र करत राहू, and UP will take the advantage being the very developed state as far as industrial development. मुंगीची चालने काम करतो योगी government. They are giving recently 3 days before the Yogi government has come out with a Uttar Pradesh industrial infrastructure policy 2022. A new policy has been declared by the UP. So my intention in front of my all participants today and the entrepreneurs who are listening to me in the auditorium and on the online platform through YouTube is that there is a very good platform created by the state of Maharashtra. You name the industry, there is a policy. And if we are aware about the terms and the condition, the guidelines, the implementing agency, how much subsidies is made by the state of Maharashtra, then we will be the beneficiary. Ultimately, the entrepreneurs, who will get the benefit? Chartered accountant. Whatever subsidy will be disbursed to the entrepreneurs, it will go to the pocket of the entrepreneurs. But being a practicing chartered accountant in Kolhapur, if we can guide the entrepreneurs so that they can take the advantage and they will get in real terms the subsidy disbursed by the district industry center, it will be the win-win situation for the CA as well as the entrepreneurs. So friends, enter into this area of practice. And I urge to the entrepreneurs from Kolhapur, you also search a proper chartered accountant in your own district. See, nowadays it is a specialized area of practice. You cannot rely on your existing CA who is doing your income tax filing. Somebody may be doing your GST return filing. I'm not underestimating my own colleague, but they may not be aware about the ecosystem to get the subsidy sanction from the sanctioning authorities declared by the state of Maharashtra industry department. So we have to be very active to select the proper agency to fulfill our mission to get the subsidy. And as far as we practicing CAs are concerned, why this slide is in front of you? If you really want to become an expert consultant in MSME ecosystem, you should be aware about the neighboring state policy. When somebody has come from Kolhapur to you, sir, I want to establish an industry with an investment of 10 crore rupees. Give me a due diligence report whether I should invest in Gujarat or with the state of Maharashtra. If a member will not be aware about the Gujarat state policy, how can he guide the proposed entrepreneurs whether to establish a unit in Gujarat or Maharashtra, which is the state which is offering most subsidy, which is where the infrastructure, why the people are leaving from Maharashtra and going to Gujarat? Because of the subsidy policies, and politicians and these Patrakar are making a different scenario. But if you ask to me why Foxconn has gone, why this agency has gone, why the units has gone from Maharashtra, because of the policies declared by the state of Gujarat. They are least concerned what the government is doing, why people will invest in Maharashtra when there is a less subsidy, and they will go to Uttar Pradesh because Uttar Pradesh is offering good subsidy. So hence, if you want to become a learned or an expert in MSME or an MSME consultant or a subsidy consultant, at least try to understand the neighboring state policy, what is between Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. If somebody asks you, no, give me the due diligence report between Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra or Telangana, and you being very near to Karnataka, border place of Karnataka, Kolhapur and Telangana, you can have this two-state policy. And you will ask me why, what to do with Goa, because it is a coastal belt, but still there is a marine industry, cold storages can be established. In my view, if you ask me, Pune to Kolhapur, in my opinion, the best business opportunity available in service sector is establishing cold storages. I think Sangli, you people have number of cold storage to store the manuka and grapes, which are having a -degree temperature. But if you similarly plans to establish a cold storage in Kolhapur, because Kolhapur, Solapur is also famous for jaggery manufacturing. And jaggery, if stored in cold storages, will have a lifelong life. And central government, National Horticulture Board is offering attractive subsidy for establishing cold storage. Next, Pune. Pune is a consumption city, highly populated city. Nothing is grown, everything is consumed. If anybody establishes a cold storage to Pune to Kolhapur belt, which is rich in milk production, which is rich in haldi production, which is rich in grapes production, which is rich in agro-processing production, the advantage will be taken by the stockist, the businessmen, the traders of Pune to stock the finished goods in the cold storages. So that importance, the entrepreneurs who are listening to me, you can explore the opportunity of establishing cold storage. Friends, we are going to discuss in nutshell the incentives made available in the mother policy of the state of Maharashtra, which is popularly known as package scheme of incentive 2019 to 2024. Am I audible to everybody? Are you enjoying? Can somebody give me the answer, or nobody can, not possible for you? So this is a mother policy of the state of Maharashtra, which has come into existence on 1st April 2019, and it will last up to 31st March 2024. We are in 2022. The policy is valid up to 31st March 2024. The entire state of Maharashtra has been divided into region: Konkan region, Pune region, Nagpur region, Nasik region, Aurangabad region, and Amravati region. And the area has been classified into A, B, C, D, D+, and no industry district, and Naxalism affected area. You know, people, we being a chartered accountant, we are aware about the ABC analysis. Being an entrepreneurs, what is A? A is nothing but Mumbai, because Mumbai is known as a developed city as per as the state of Maharashtra. What is B? Simply it may be Thane. What is C? It may be Nasik. What is D? It may be Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara, Ichalkaranji. What is D+? Hingoli district. And what is Naxalism affected area? Gadchiroli, Chandrapur. So this way the entire state of Maharashtra has been classified into ABCD analysis. I'm just keeping the new unit. Any entrepreneurs which is establishing a unit after 1/4/2019 will be recognized as a new unit as per as this PSI 2019 scheme. And expansion unit. Any entrepreneurs who is in production as on 1st April 2019 and if he is making expansion, diversification in his project, will be eligible to get the benefit. So even an existing entrepreneurs, friends, those who are entrepreneurs and those who are listening, if you have any plan to make expansion in your project, if you have any plan to diversify from say cotton ginning to oil milling, from oil milling to cotton ginning, from cotton ginning to spinning mill, for spinning mill to weaving, knitting, garmenting, this is known as backward integration and forward integration. So each project is also eligible to get the benefit under package scheme of incentive 2019. What is the conditions of expansion or diversification? Suppose your asset as on 31st March 2020, suppose your gross asset is 10 crore. And if anybody wants to make the expansion, then there may, when that unit will become to get the benefit as expansion unit to avail the subsidy from the state of Maharashtra, 25%. आपका अगर प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी 31 मार्च 2020 को 100 टन होगा, आपका कैपेसिटी 25 टन से बनना चाहिए. This is the first condition. Second, if your gross investment on 31st March 2020 is say 10 crore rupees, then 25, 2.5 crore से आपका investment नया बनना चाहिए. If your employee on roll on 31st March 2020 is 10 employee, then 10% एक employee आपका बनना चाहिए. Cumulative condition. All these three conditions, if any entrepreneur who is planning to do expansion is fulfilling, he is eligible to get the benefit as expansion unit. As I have given you, eligibility period I'm just keeping because these are technical language. What are the steps to be completed to become eligible to get the benefit under pre-production application? 90% of the entrepreneurs, they miss this step. They start commercial production, then somebody tell them, "Arey, aapko subsidy milta tha." Then they rush to the district industry center or to the chartered accountant. "Sir, I already started my manufacturing, but somebody has told I got a SMS from Mr. So and so. Somebody has called me on phone." Don't become prey to such type of social media publicity. People nowadays have established telecallers in the country, in the state, which may be not aware about the entire ecosystem about the SIM. Contact in person practicing to an expert consultant to whom you know personally. Don't believe on the SMS messages or the email messages sent by the so-called consultant in the state of Maharashtra. If you miss any stage, you will lose the benefits made available by the state of Maharashtra under PSI. Which are the industries which are covered? As I told, any manufacturing enterprises, whether in micro, small, medium, large, ultra large, mega, ultra mega project, is eligible to get the benefit under this PSI 2019 scheme. Now you will be interested how much benefit, what financial benefit actually I am going as an entrepreneur from the state of Maharashtra if I establish a unit under PSI 2019 after 1st April 2019, making an application, not necessary to start the commercial production before 31st March 2024. You have to make the application on 31st March 2024 along with the basic documents to become eligible to get the benefit under the state of Maharashtra PSI 2019. So any unit having fixed capital investment up to 50 crore will be eligible to get the benefit as per this chart, this slide which is appearing in front of you. A part, nil, Mumbai, there will be no benefit. So no benefit available to any entrepreneurs if it establishes a unit in the territory of Mumbai, Navi Mumbai area. B, Thane, Bhivandi, part of the state of Maharashtra, 30% of the fixed capital investment is eligible subsidy. C, part of Maharashtra, Nasik, 40% of your capital expenditure. D part, Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara, 50% of your project cost. Just imagine if a person from Kolhapur is making or is establishing a manufacturing unit of 1 crore rupees. How much subsidy is made available by the state of Maharashtra? 50% of the project cost. 50 lakh rupees. It is nothing but a reimbursement of your capital expenditure incurred in establishing the projects. If you can appropriately convince to your bankers that I am going to get this advantage if I establish a manufacturing unit, bank, while appraising your project, may have a lenient view. They may ask a lesser collateral security while financing your project. And similarly, if the project is situated in D plus part, it is 60% of the project cost. And as far as Vidarbha, Marathwada, Ratnagiri, Sindhudurg, and Dhule is concerned, it is 80% of the project cost. There are 4 districts within the state of Maharashtra which are classified as aspirational district by the Niti Aayog. That is Usmanabad, Gadchiroli, Washim, and Nandurbar. Can you imagine how much subsidy is made available for any unit which is establishing in this part, aspirational district of Maharashtra? It is 100% of the project cost. No state in the country, to my knowledge, is offering 100% of the project cost in the form of subsidy. So friends, don't consider yourself restricted to a Kolhapur Taluka. When you are entering into this area of practice, when you are guiding to your clients, when you are mentoring to your clients, when you are suggesting to your clients, and similarly to the entrepreneurs of Kolhapur who are listening to me, whenever you are deciding to establish a project, don't restrict yourself that I should establish my project only in Kolhapur because my house is situated in Kolhapur. If you establish a project in area where the maximum subsidy is available, nowadays it is an online system, you can monitor how these big entrepreneurs in the country have become big. They have established the project in Orissa, some has gone to Himachal Pradesh, some has got to tax haven areas to get the advantage of subsidy. Why we should restrict our view that I should have a project where I reside? Why we should not reside at where our project is situated to take the advantage of the subsidy? For your information, as far as Surat district is concerned in the state of Gujarat, 80% of the textile project has shifted to the Maharashtra, the adjoining district of Gujarat, that is Nandurbar. Why? To take the advantage of this 100% subsidy. If anybody is establishing a project in, say, Surat, they are not getting any benefit in the form of subsidy because Surat is known as a developed district as per industry's definition of the Gujarat Industrial Policy 2020. So they are just, it is 100 kilometers from Surat to Nawapur. Entire textile project is shifting to Nawapur to take the advantage of 100% subsidy. This is the importance of having the knowledge which is available in the form of where, how much subsidy is given. I am rushing through, so a little bit fast. Group A, as I told you, 0% subsidy. So here Group A, 0%, no subsidy. Which are the areas where there will be no subsidy? If somebody asks you, my first question will be to the entrepreneur, aapko project kahan lagana hai? I ask first, give me the exact gut number, survey number where you want to establish the project. Then I can say you how much percentage subsidy will be available. If he says me, I am planning to establish in Greater Mumbai, no subsidy. If I am in Pune, then Pune district, Pune city, Mawal, Haveli, Bhor, Daun, Shirur, Khed, Mulshi, no subsidy. 30% subsidy. Where 30% of the capital expenditure is made available, Konkan division, Thane, Murbad Taluka, Palghar, Dahanu Taluka, Nasik division, Nasik district, Nasik Taluka. In Thane district, Murbad is eligible to get 30%. In Palghar district, Dahanu is the only taluka, 30%. Nasik Taluka, 30%. 40% of the subsidy. अभी तक कोल्हापुर नहीं आया है. Now it means Kolhapur is having more subsidy. We are going from 0 to higher subsidies. Thane, Bhivandi, Shahapur, 40. Raigad, Karjat, Mahad, Mangav, Murad, 40. Ratnagiri, Chiplun, Talukas. Here it is a taluka. All the villages in that talukas are also covered. Pune division, eligible to get 40%. Shirur, Daun, Bhor, Khed, Indapur, Baramati, Purandar. 40%. Baramati, industrially developed taluka, still 40%. Nasik division, Nifar, Sinnar, 40% of the project cost. 50% of the project. Abhi Kolhapur aaya. Suppose a CA is situated or sitting in Kolhapur city and he want to start a MSME practice. I will suggest him to visit once in a week to Karveer, Pannala, Hatkangane and Shirol, because maximum projects are coming in this taluka to avail the benefit of 50% subsidy. And where the subsidy is processed, my friends, it is processed as district industry center in Kolhapur city. But the unit is situated. So you have dual advantage. Your office is in Kolhapur and you are visiting or you are providing the services to the entrepreneurs in Karveer, Pannala, Hatal, Kanganesh Road. If you want to enlarge your practice to the neighboring district, Sangli, Satara, Solapur, then this must be the area where Solapur, North, Pandharpur, Malshiris, Satara, Khandala, Koregaon, Paltan, Katao, Karad, Mahabaleshwar, Sangli, Miraj Taluka. You can provide consultancy to the entrepreneurs where they are eligible to get 50% subsidy. Now 60% subsidy. Which talukas of Kolhapur district, Kagal, Gad Hinglaj, Chandgarh, Arja, Budargarh, Radhanagari, Bavda, Shahawadi are eligible to get 60% of the project cost. Entrepreneurs from Kolhapur, you are listening to me. एक खेडा फक्त एक जमिनीचा तुकडा मागे गेलो तर you can get from 50% to 60% subsidy. And there are so many talukas in a Pune division. When I am discussing in front of the Kolhapur industries and Kolhapur chartered accountant, you consider your area of practice as a Pune division. And if somebody of you are do want to have more area of practice, you can think about the entire state of Maharashtra area of practice. Aurangabad division, these are the area. If you go to the remote part of Maharashtra, more and more talukas are covered to get the higher subsidy. So this much area is there. Why the entrepreneurs will establish a unit in lesser Aurangabad taluka, where Paitan is there, Khultabad, Kannad, Shevgaon, Sillod, Paitan, Gangapur, Pulamri are eligible to get 60% subsidy. 60% subsidy, Buldana, Nagpur, 80% of the project cost. Which taluka? Ratnagiri taluka, Sindhudurga taluka and Dhule taluka. The taluka where I am sitting is eligible to get 80% of the project cost in the form of subsidy. And no industry district, 100% of the project cost. Hingoli district, all talukas of Hingoli. Gadchiroli district, all taluka of Gadchiroli are eligible to get 100%. Gadchiroli taluka, these are the talukas, Gondia, Chandrapur, Buldana, because these are known as Naxalism affected area. Benefit to the adjoining state, Karnataka, Telangana. People are thinking to establish their unit on the border village of Maharashtra to take the advantage of 100% of the project cost in the form of subsidy. So aspirational district, as I told you, Usmanabad, Gadchiroli, Washim and Nandurbar. Nandurbar is a border district of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Washim is a middle of this Vidarbha. Gadchiroli is again a border district of Telangana and Karnataka. Usmanabad very near to your area, where people are getting 100% of the project cost subsidy. I'm just keeping these slides. Women policy. If any woman And this is say advice to the chartered accountants. If any entrepreneurs is coming to you and asking you, why don't you establish a unit under women category? What is the conditions to be fulfilled? 100% owned by women. If all the partners are women, then they are eligible to get the benefit under Maharashtra Women Policy. They can take the advantage of Maharashtra Women Policy as well as the advantage under Maharashtra Package Scheme of Incentive. Both incentives can be made available. So entrepreneurs, industrialists, traders, manufacturers, if you are listening and if you are planning to establish any manufacturing unit in future, ask your expert advisor, a CA, to whom you are approaching for your MSME consultancy, whether it is possible to establish a unit under woman ownership. And what I advise to my clients, आता तुम्ही मॅनेजर व्हा तुमचा बायकोंचा प्रोजेक्ट म्हणून. The ownership will remain with your wives, your son, your daughter, son or your daughter, and the male members of the family will become the manager of the unit. And since this way you can make a planning to take the advantage of Maharashtra Women Policy, Maharashtra Package Scheme of Incentive, and transferring the profit in the hands of the male member of your family by appointing him as a management expert to look after by way of percentage in profit or as a salary in the business. So you can take the advantage of Maharashtra Women Entrepreneur Policy and Maharashtra Package. Large, mega, ultra mega projects are also eligible to get the various advantage under Maharashtra. Now, how this benefit is disbursed by the state of 60%, 80% or 100% of the project. It is in three forms. First form is GST refund, state GST refund. Only state GST is refunded. You manufacture, you sell in the state of Maharashtra, whatever GST you have paid, subject to the terms and conditions provided under PSI 2019 scheme, the entrepreneurs will get refund of state GST next financial year. Say financial year 22-23, you manufacture, you pay the taxes to the GST department. In 23-24, you will get the state GST refund up to certain limit as prescribed under PSI 2019. The biggest advantage to the entrepreneurs and to the bank which is appraising the project, whether it is a state bank, and I find particularly I deal with State Bank of India in a large extent. My exposure in State Bank of India is 50 crore to 100 crore per year as far as MSME financing is concerned. State Bank is very happy to give a loan because under PSI scheme, the entrepreneurs is eligible to get 5% interest refund. Whatever interest is charged by the bank, say at present it may be 10%. So if bank is recovering 10% in 22-23, 5% will be refunded in 23-24. So effectively the entrepreneur is paying 5%. It's a win-win situation. आज जब बैंकों का रेट 8% था, 7.9% था, and if DIC is refunding 5%, 3% में बैंक क्या महंगी थी. And friends, you are aware, as far as this Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara, Ichalkaranji belt is concerned, there is one scheme declared by central government, Agri Infra Fund Scheme, Agriculture Infrastructure Fund Scheme. If it is an agro processing, food processing project established, then central government has come out with a 1 lakh crore scheme for agro and food processing, which is known as Agro Infrastructure Fund Scheme. And they are eligible to get 3% interest subvention on quarterly basis. So suppose any, say, oil mill or refinery or a solvent extraction or a food processing project is or a cold storage is established in the territory of, say, Kolhapur, then they are eligible to get 3% interest subvention under national scheme, that is Agri Infra Fund Scheme. Another 5% interest reimbursement from the state of Maharashtra. And if the rate of interest is only 8%, then it is 100% refund to the entrepreneurs. It's a big advantage. It is an interest-free funding as far as the entrepreneur. Only you have to see under agri-infra, it is refunded on quarterly basis. And under PSI 2019 scheme, it is refunded on yearly basis. So in effect, you are paying the interest for a year. And next year, your cash flow will be again increased by refund of interest from the DIC of the respective states. So friends, it's a win-win situation. I urge to the entrepreneurs who are listening to me from this Kolhapur part of Maharashtra, you find out such a project, you approach to, and I think State Bank of India, particularly, it is very proactive bank. I really appreciate the staff and the people, the AGM, DGM, all the officers, because I have 32-year relation with State Bank of India. They are very helpful to take the benefit, and the biggest beneficiary made available to agri infrastructure fund scheme is by State Bank of India. I'm not promoting the business. I'm telling you in front of you my experience dealing with State Bank of India is concerned. So 5% interest refund by the state of Maharashtra under package scheme. Power tariff subsidy, 1 rupees per unit, 36 months from the date of production, or 50 paise per unit according to your location of the project. Power tariff subsidy. People says that the rate of power is high in the state of Maharashtra. But there are scheme by SIDBI, recently told by the officer of SIDBI, if you want to establish a rooftop solar panel, SIDBI is ready to collateral-free loan up to 1.5 CR or up to 1 crore for rooftop solar. So the exemption from electricity duty, very attractive scheme. If you compare this scheme with the other state scheme, then I think the entrepreneur really will be happy to establish its units in the state of Maharashtra. Stamp duty exemption for purchase of gala, for executing term loan documents. Bankers, please be aware about those who are listening to me, particularly from State Bank. You are the participants of today's seminar. A unit which is eligible to get the benefit under PSI 2019 is also eligible to get the stamp duty exemption for executing the term loan document. Whether it is a mortgage, registered mortgage, they are eligible to get stamp duty exemption. So friends, entrepreneurs, be aware that you are eligible to get the benefit of stamp duty exemption, and chartered accountants, help your clients to get the advantage of stamp duty exemption from the district. There are another subsidy for technology related by the district industry center, then technology upgradation scheme, subsidy for cleaner production measure, pollution free industries, up to 5 lakh rupees by the district industry center. Expansion units, as I told you, are eligible to get the benefit under PSI 2000. Cap on yearly cap is there. Procedure I am just keeping because paucity of time. But the today's purpose is that this MSME Yatra has arrived, and we want to educate the entrepreneurs in the state of Maharashtra. And the aim of our ICAI is to make the chartered accountant aware about this area of practice. Similarly, to awaken the entrepreneurs in the country wherever they are establishing unit. Yes, we chartered accountant can help them, their idea of concept to commissioning of the project. So I'm just keeping, you take the help of we practicing chartered accountant, how to make the application. My PowerPoint presentation will be made available to the branch from where you can take the part. Another scheme, Maharashtra textile policy, very, very important policy. And I think the biggest beneficiary of this policy is Ichalkaranji, Kolhapur, Solapur, Bhiwandi, Malegaon, Amravati, Nagpur, then this Nandurbar district adjoining Taluka of Surat, that is Nawapur, Malegaon, Maharashtra, 2018 till 2023. And as I told you, technical textile. See the area, agrotech, build tech, cloth tech, geotech, home tech, intech, meditech, PPE kit, mask, it's nothing but a meditech. mobile tech, eco tech, pack tech, pro tech, sport tech, defense. Nowadays, whatever dress is used by the soldiers, it is a technical textile. So if any entrepreneurs start manufacturing in technical textile, they are eligible to get objective. Yeah, this definition I'm just keeping. How much are the benefits made available to the textile sector? I mean, I'm coming to that slides. The percentage of electricity concession 2 rupees, quantum of assistance 40% to 45% of the machinery cost for processing yarn, technical textile 45%, and it is up to 55 to 75%. 80% also additional subsidy for units having forward and backward integration in hosiery and garmenting. Composite unit 35% to 40%. Then power loom sector, this power loom 30% to 25% of the machinery cost. Capital subsidy will be disbursed. महिला उद्योगांचे धोरण, महिला विशेष धोरण 35 lakh rupees. How much? 15% of the fixed capital investment, maximum 20 lakh. And in a Nakshal Prabhavit Jille, it is 35% of the project cost up to 1 crore. Cash subsidies made available under Women Entrepreneur Scheme. Electric vehicle policy. So friends, I am just stopping over here because of the time constraint. May not be possible to put in front of you the entire scheme, but the idea of today's topic and today's yatra is that there are number of schemes available in the state of Maharashtra. My colleagues who are practicing chartered accountant, they can think this new area, sunrise area of practice, and the entrepreneurs within the state of Maharashtra. You can also think about taking the advice of the practicing chartered accountant, or you can approach to our own WIRC where MSME Manthan or MSME Facilitation Center has been established by ICAI to facilitate, to mentor, to support the upcoming entrepreneurs in the country. And even to the bankers, even to the CDB. CDB itself is a Bible, in my opinion. Any CA who wants to become an expert, he can say कि मैं केवल CDB के loan proposal करता हूँ. I have read the CDB, I have understood the CDB website, the purpose for which the CDB has been established, and the product which is CDB is offering. But we CA and 99% of the entrepreneurs, they don't think CDB as a financial institution. हम लोग अपने bankers के पास जाते हैं. We never think that yes, CDB can also help us to get the finance. Because recently CDB has become proactive, most active as far as funding to the upcoming projects is concerned. So friends, if you are really interested to come into MSc, to enter into MSME practice, consider, give only 1 month of your life to understand, to analyze the website, go and meet the CDB officers, ask them what are, and it is an online platform. No need to meet personally. Make an application online, then submit the document physically. And CDB is very near to your own city. In Pune, they have regional office. In Mumbai, they have head office. In Nasik, they have office. In Aurangabad, they have office. In Nagpur, they have offices. So we can take the advantage with this. I stop over here, and I thanks to the Kolhapur branch for giving me this opportunity on the auspicious occasion when the MSME Yatra has come to their city and Honorable District Collector has inaugurated, and all the entrepreneurs, all the chartered accountants are very happy to welcome the MSME Yatra, which is on the last 3-4 days of its tour. With this, I thanks to the audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are so glad to have you. All of us have had a very insightful experience from your lecture. We are very thankful for that, sir. With this, we come to the end of today's session. I thank everyone for being present till the end, and I would request Taslim Arif sir to give the vote of thanks now.
Good evening, everyone. I am C. Taslim Mulani, Secretary of the Institute, here for the formal vote of thanks. First of all, I am very thankful to CA Institute for giving an opportunity to our branch to host the MSME Yatra, because it is visited only 75 cities, and they have given an honor to host this Yatra and all the MSME seminar throughout the day. I am also thankful GB Modi sir to explain in detail all the schemes beneficial to MSMEs, and also our own speaker Nitin Hargade sir, and all the officers of CDB and SBI, because they attend both our morning Yatra session also and our evening seminar to explain beneficial schemes, and all the CA members and non-CA members to attend both our programs and make it successful. Thank you very much.